Greetings. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and this is Planet Remix Radio. Welcome to Planet Remix Radio, where we cover all things that has to do with you growing up on planet Earth. It is the greatest place to be in the Milky Way galaxy. So I invite you to join us on this cosmic ride as we explore what it's like being spiritual beings growing up on planet Earth. Oh, what a time to be alive. Planet Remix Radio. Oh my goodness. Peace and greetings, soul family. Happy 2023. Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. And wow, we finally made it. 2023. Now, first of all, let me say this because I am I'm so hyped up and emotional right now. I don't know about all of you, but I kind of got a mixture of everything going on, and that is really the inspiration for me coming on at this particular time. Because I was about to get in and do my new moon ritual. And it just dropped in my spirit and said, listen, why not do it with your soul family? Why not all of us get together and celebrate this moment with all of us together? Yeah. So, welcome. And I'm so glad you all are here. We're going to have some fun, but we're going to talk about this energy here. It's a little different. And as you know, we are living in some very, very different times. So, we're going to talk about that. So, how is everyone feeling? How are we doing? How are we feeling? We have finally officially crossed over into 2022. We have Cancer, the full moon, at 16 degrees. So this energy of 777 is really, really hitting us hard because we've had 7 full moons at 7 degrees that add up to 7. And this moon is here too. And this is a universal year of 7. Now, certainly we know this is not the new year, but we know this isn't the new year. However, right? However, it is a different vibration. And I'm going to tell you why this is just so freaking magical. And we're going to get into that, but I want to welcome you all in. Let's get those likes up. Some things I want to talk about in the beginning. You definitely want to get on the phone lines as well, but we're going to be responsible. We're going to be responsible in 2023. The Blue Room is open. The phone lines are open. The cosmic airways are open. So let's get into it. Greetings, everyone. Hi, it's me, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. Now, as you know, we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now. And I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Yeah, we definitely want to be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. And boy, oh boy, this is the year to grow up. We have been putting in a lot of work. Welcome on in, everyone. I want to say, let's get those likes up because this is definitely how our soul family can find us. I also want to let you know, let's send those invites out. You know, if you have somebody out there that you know could really just use just to be around some good vibration, number one. And number two, just to get some good information and just to tap into this energy. Send some invites out. You can even screenshot it, maybe post it on your social media. You know what to do. And for all of my newbies, because it is so many new magic makers. And I want to welcome you on into the community. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. We are so glad you found us and you are here. Now, before we dive in deep, I do want to give out some cosmic directions so you can find your way on over because there's several ways, no matter where in the world you're listening from, that you can actually check in. By the way, in a minute, we're going to do some shots out. So if you are in the world's famous Blue Room, you can let us know where you're from, what city, what state, what country, and we'll do some shots out. But I want to give those cosmic directions. The first one is I definitely want to let you know the phone lines are open. And so you are more than welcome to come and get on the phone lines. Oh my goodness, you guys, like I'm literally shaking. Like that's how the energy is moving through me. I'm literally shaking. But we're going to talk about the shaky in a minute. Just with this energy of Cancer in this full moon. It's so beautiful and it has so much to offer us at this time. I want to talk about it and how we can tap into that energy, and as well as us being in 2023. So a lot of emotions going on right now. You know, a lot of emotions, a lot of things are happening. And I did do a scan of our collective. and just to see what was out in the atmosphere of what people were dealing with and what was going on. And so that's some of my emotions as well too. And we're going to talk about that. But here is the call-in number, and I'm going to let you know the many ways you can actually call in. Number one, you can call in the call-in number 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Now, if you're one of our international callers and you're out there, hey, all of our international family, you can dial the U.S. country code. Dial that. And after you dial the U.S. country code, you're going to dial 515-605-9794. That's going to get you locked in. Or you can come over to blogtalkradio.com/the remix, and you can actually use the direct connect to connect via the internet. So that's one. You can also join us over on YouTube. And you're just going to come over to YouTube. You're going to put in Blue, Blue. That's me, and Raz, Ras, and Berry, Berry. That's me as well. And then you're going to come on in, and the Soul family is in the Blue Room. And I promise you, they are going to make you feel welcome and right at home. Not only welcome and right at home, they are going to embrace you. And you're going to have a lot of fun there because the vibes are always so magical, so healing, and so high in the Blue Room, anywhere Planet Remix is at. By the way, I'm going to be making some changes in the Blue Room as well. We will start having official moderators in the Blue Room. And I have a couple of people in mind, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know. It wouldn't be anything in addition to what you guys are already doing in the Blue Room, welcoming people in and even doing readings. Lots of readings, as well as me doing readings. The Blue Room, they will give you a reading too. They'll pull a card. They'll do some things for you. So I really, really want us to just embrace this because it's been so helpful. All of you, every single one of you. So I wanted to put that out there. So we got the phone number, we got the Blue Room, and we have the Blue Room shot out there. And then the other thing that I want to let you know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want you to. I would love for you to. Especially if you're here and you're feeling the information and the vibes. Subscribe to the channel. And I want to say this. Put some sparkles on it. I want to give a shout out to all of Planet Remix Soul family because we have crossed a very significant threshold on YouTube. And that is, we crossed the threshold of more than 10,000 subscribers. So I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. And let me tell you why this is so special, because I know what some of you are thinking who've been a part of Planet Remix for a long time. Like, look, we got millions and millions of followers. Why is this 10,000 subscribers on YouTube? Why is this special, Ms.Blue? What is so different about this? Let me tell you why this is so different. I signed up for YouTube, I don't know, 2007, 2006. I don't even remember 2008. I don't remember when I first got my YouTube account. And when I tell you I was scared shitless at the thought that I had to come on video to do anything. I really signed up for the account because it was what people were doing, and everyone was starting to migrate themselves over to YouTube. And so many people, you guys know this, for years and years and years. And I'm so grateful for each and every single one of them. They would put clips of Planet Remix on their YouTube channel. And many of them reach millions and millions of views. And so for a long time, I didn't even know much about YouTube or what was going on YouTube. But people would call into the show and they would say, "Oh, I'm so glad I found you. I listened to you on YouTube." And I would correct them and say, "You mean iTunes? Because I'm not on YouTube." I didn't know that people were putting the shows up on YouTube. And so initially, my thought was from YouTube. And if you go back and you look at some of the videos, some of the first videos that I put up on YouTube, you will see that those videos were meditations. They were spirit quests, as I call them, which, by the way, we're going to be doing a collective one with all of us together right here in this share. So stay tuned to the very end. So I was putting that up. And then I thought, well, maybe I could get someone to put clips on my channel since everyone else was doing it. And I promise you, for me, it wasn't about the money. Because so many people said, you do know these people are putting up and they are monetizing, making money off of your show. You should put it up for yourself. My thing was, I wanted people to get the information. And if it was something they felt called to. Because I know for me, when I was searching for answers, to have an understanding about who I was, what was my purpose, things that was happening in my life, I wanted a place to go, somewhere that I could feel safe, somewhere where I could have the freedom to really express myself the way I wanted without feeling like I was being judged or, people looking at me like they thought I was crazy or something was wrong with me. A place I could have a little bit of fun, really meet some people who thought like me, that understood things the way that I seen them possibly, and a place where I could actually come to learn. And so I said, eventually I'll get to YouTube. I mean, it took me forever to get to Facebook. Didn't even want to do that. And it's not that I didn't really want to. It was a lot that had to do with time. And so my focus was me learning, me growing, and sharing that journey with anyone and everyone who wanted to be a part of it. And so eventually we made the decision that I figured out, I said, you know what? We can stream the shows. My daughter told me, Baby Blue, you could stream the show from YouTube. And I thought, okay, but I don't want to necessarily be on camera. I don't want to do that. I want people, and I'll tell you guys, and those of you who've been around for a long time, you know that this was a healing process for me because of some of the things and some of the traumas I had experienced in my own life. And then a part of that was just where I felt the world was at that time. And my children were still school age and they were still living at home. And I did not want to expose them to what I was doing and thinking in the world. And then it became what initially it started out to be. A big reason is I don't want a lot of distractions. I want you to focus on you. This is your time to express yourself. Now, I have evolved from that point, But I say all of that to say, slow and steady wins the race. And not just slow and steady. How about being true to who you are, to being unapologetic about how you express your love and your passion for what you feel you're being called to do. So this 10,000 subscriber mark is significant because I did it without having to compromise anything. And it wasn't a big focal point. Let's face it, I have millions and millions of followers on other platforms where the numbers are out there. I don't have anything to prove as far as that was concerned. But to me, what this tells me is that you get to do it your way. You get to do it your way. Now, granted, if I was front and center in front of the camera, listen, we'd probably be at 10 million. No, I'm just playing. But you understand what I'm saying. We would have reached that mark a long time ago. But my heart didn't call me to do that. And I wasn't just going to do something just because that's what everybody else was doing. I wasn't willing to. So slow and steady, staying authentic and true to who you are, not hopping on every bandwagon that comes along, or doing something just because everyone else seems to be doing something. But finding your pathway. So I share this mark, and I thank you to everyone who said congratulations to me, but it's really a congratulations to us because we did this. And it's something to be proud of. And it has nothing to do really with trying to be seen or, an accomplishment, but really looking at what was the intention behind it. And so this was such a beautiful, pleasant surprise at, oh my goodness, at this time. I could have received that 10,000, notification at any time, but at this time, it really, really helps keep the faith. Because sometimes this journey can try you. It can test you. It can pull you. It can shake you. It can kick you. It can even stomp you. But it can never stop you. As long as you stay true to you and keep the faith. So again, congratulations. And I want to say thank you to everyone who is supporting Planet Remix, especially on YouTube. Those of you who have commented. And by the way, I'm going to go back and I'm going to answer every single one of those messages. I just haven't had a chance to get to it, but thank you all. And I love you all so much for your support. You are some of the most amazing spiritual beings on the planet. I know hands down we have the most powerful spiritual group in the Milky Way galaxy. I know it. I know we do. So, welcome on in. I know we are already here, but I have to say that again. And the other thing that I want to have us dive in and talk about, by the way, shouts out to everyone in the Blue Room. Let me mind my manners here. First of all, I want to do this. I want to ring the bell for self-invested and for everyone who's self-invested. And to all of our self-invested family, Wednesday class, amazing. I thank you all for your commitment, because it is a commitment. And I thank you all for your love and support as well as we continue working with self-invested. As well as I want to send so much love and so much light as well to our self-invested astrology class, because that's going to be going down tomorrow. So shouts out to them. And then I want to shout out the Blue Room. I want to shout out the Blue Room again. And I want to send so much love to every single one of you guys in the Blue Room. I want to send so much love to all of you in the Blue Room, every single one of you. Shouts out to Brittany 5, shouts out to Nicole R, shouts out to Brittany S, shouts out to Zara, Random Brand, shouts out to Random Brand in the Blue Room, shouts out to Foulée. So good to see you, Foulée, and shouts out to Foulée. Shouts out to Shaquan. Welcome on in. Shouts out to Lance. Good to see you, Lance. Shouts out to Michelle in the Blue Room. Shouts out to C. Diggs and Shanita Montgomery. Priestess Nadra in the house. Katura is here and Shaquan is here. That's right, Shaquan. Tell them we need to get those likes up. Shouts out to Sammy in the building. Lance is in the building. Shouts out to Kevin in the house. Shouts out to Mel P. Shouts out to Miss Little. Shouts out to, I'm going to tear that name in. Underworld God. Underworld God, Priestess Cinnamon. Baked Chemistry is in the house. Brittany Vibes is in the building. Hey, Brittany. Christine is here. Karmic Evolution is in the house representing the UK. So good to see you, Karmic. Oh, Sheila. Welcome, Sheila. So good to see you. Wow. Love to you guys. Priestess Erica in the building. Shouts out. Priestess Chastity in the house. Sending her love. Naomi M is in the house. I got you, Lance. I see you, Natasha. April the Crystal in the building. Astronaut Warrior is in the house. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Shout out. More than 100 of you in the Blue Room. Candy J is in the house. Get those likes up so our soul family can find us. So they know. Nicole W. in the building. I can ring the bell. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all. Caleb, good to see you. Want to say shouts out to all of the Divine Priestess. Dakita is here. Dahada is here. The Royalty is here. Divine Tish is here. Kadia Young is in the building. Y'all know I'm going to tear it up. Y'all know Crystal Tate. Hey, Crystal is in the in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, as well as everybody on the phone line. See you all there. Welcome on in, and welcome to the seen and the unseen. Welcome. Happy 2023. Obi, welcome. Kelly B, welcome. MC Ma, welcome. Goddess Essence Energy. I love that. I love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, so we got some things we're going to cover. We're going to talk about. especially Lola Falana just stepped up in the building. Good to see you, Lola. So let's talk about this. This energy 2023. Let's talk about it. How are y'all feeling? Like for real, for real. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? This full moon energy in Cancer, which is this home sign. What a perfect way to open up this year. It's a perfect way to open up this year because it's really a time to do some self-reflection. Take a look at some shit. Take a look at some things of the past. It really is. Take a look at last year. And Cancer, this energy with Cancer, even though it's beautiful on one hand, it can be kind of piercing on the other hand. Because this is really all about where you're at and where you feel you need to be. And the calibration of everything happening in the middle. And for those of you who've seen the talk that I put up last night, I spoke a little bit about this. This energy is all about restoration. And it kind of reminded me, if you've ever been to the restoration hardware store, like they have some of the most amazing furniture in the world, some of the best interior design decorators in the world that have been able to tap into feng shui and understand about energy and life force chi and understand about color magic and understand about our sensories, because it is beautiful. It is instant elevation once you walk in. Well, this is the feel of this energy of 2023. And might I add, intuition, psychic abilities, clairvoyant, clairaudience, clairsentience, off the Richter scale. Because we just got a huge wave of upgrades, of quantum psychic upgrades in our DNA. So even if you say this is not anything that I even want to be a part of, I don't even want to tap into that energy. I'm not about that life. I need to see some shit in black and white. I need it to show up in front of my face in order for me to know it's real. You are getting signs and you are getting symbols. And the divine is begging you to not deny that. It really can be to your detriment. Because this year here, we have the opportunity to take some quantum leaps. We can literally take some quantum leaps. I promise you, by the time we get to April and May and June and July, you will be able, if you can follow your heart, if you can keep your ass grounded, and if you can stay out of the bullshit, you will be able to accomplish some things you never thought was possible. But you have to be willing to be open to receive, open to accept, and then open to transforming. So if I had to give you some takeaways for the jump off for 2023, that is it. It's what I got wrote on my paper. And to think I was going to do all of this alone. And Spirit said, no, 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 no. Because I did the show yesterday and I said, today I got my candles lit, cleared out the sacred space, got my incense, my bowls, and wrapped my hair up in a ponytail, threw on some sweats and a t-shirt, and it was about to go down. But I said, why not do it together? Why not share this? So I did. I'm learning to step out of my comfort zone. Sometimes I can be too rigid. I'm used to doing things a certain way. And some of that, don't get me wrong, is a part of discipline, but some of that is really allowing yourself to be locked in or boxed in, and that can kind of give you blind spots to things that are going on around you. In 2023, the door is open. So we all know the song, leave the door open. Well, the door is open. You just have to receive. I guess I'm back. But we have to. We have to be able to see that within ourselves and recognize that, yes, we're here. But what does that mean now? We have to be more conscious in our present moment, aware, because the truth be told, tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So restoration, full moon, and thinking about the things you must let go of. What do you need to let go of? What thoughts, what patterns do you need to let go of? What pain do you need to let go of? Is it your need to want to control everything in your life? Do you need to let go of control? Or here's a good one. Maybe you need to let go of your temptations. And I'm not talking about the ones who say, it was the 3rd of September. Even though I don't think that's the Temptations. But you get what I'm saying. Do you need to let go of your fear? Do you need to let go of fear? Is it a fear that you have? Is it a fear of your greatness? Is it a fear of your failure? What fears do you need to let go of? Is it the fear of being alone? Do you need to let go of being frustrated? Just being frustrated all the time. Shit just don't go your way. And you're frustrated. And here's a really, really good one. And I had to think about this one, a little deep. Do you have to let go of knowing? Just wanting to know shit to know it. I just want to know. And I have to know before I can move, before I can do anything. I want to know what the outcome is. Receive, accept, and transform. Receive, accept, and transform. It's calling you, it's calling you, it's calling you, it's calling you. For some of you, you need to just take your day-to-day routine and throw that shit in the trash and start all over. And for the rest of you, you need to get a damn routine. First of all, shouts out to everyone who's dealing with this weather, these blasts, these storms, these downpours of all of this water that's on the planet at this time. And we see, we have the new moon in Cancer, and Cancer is at home. That's Cancer's home, the moon. This is a very, very deep depth in the water with a very hard shell on the outside. So you know that there's some things that needs to be cracked wide open. And I promise you, if you stay here, you stay present, and you allow yourself to take in what is true for you, before tomorrow, you will have a fucking realization. The light bulb will come on and you will realize something that you didn't know prior. This is all here for you. It's here for you. It's just time to really, if you haven't done it, I know we have been screaming this since the beginning, and I'm going to keep screaming it. You got to learn how to let shit go. But in the process of, before you let it go, before you throw it in the trash, before you allow it to float into the ethers, sit with it. Just sit with it. You know how the song goes, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Sit with it. And get your lesson. Get your learning. Get your understanding before you let it go. See, the problem has been we let shit go and we don't learn from it. So then we repeat the lesson again. It's just different people. It's just different places. It's just different things. And we just stay in this cycle and we go round and round and round and round. So before you let it go, sit with it. Sit with it so you can get what you need. Yeah. Shots out to everyone. If you got crystals, let me tell you something. Get them bad babies and put them in the moonlight, because this is going to be some beautiful energy to charge, to carry forward as we continue to go forward in 2023, because that's the goal. And speaking of going forward, the planets here in a minute, they are all going to be going forward. And it's almost going to be one of those ready or nots, here I come type of energy. Making sure you're taking care of all of your bodies as well. Is going to be so important. Our nervous system. I know you guys are so sick of this, but your mind, please know that you don't have to follow every thought and every thought that you think is not yours. We have to get into the place of loving ourselves. Yes, we're going to be talking about more love this year. I'm not going to keep dragging this on, but I know you understand what I'm saying. Very emotional. Pay attention to your dreams. Because many times when we don't want to hear things, when we don't want to acknowledge things, when we don't want to accept things, when we're not open to seeing things, our dream orchestra will show it to you like, ta-da, in a dream. Pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your mood. Pay attention to your mood. And if you find your buttons getting pushed, if you find yourself getting frustrated, and especially in the last couple of weeks, get to the root of it. What's really going on? Because it's something happening inside of you. Figure out what that shit is. Stop allowing social media to be your dumping ground for when you don't know how to express yourself. Check in with yourself. Make it a point to listen to your intuition. Follow your heart. It will never lead you wrong. You know, that is one of the major, how can I say, points of Planet Remix, is to let you all know that intuition, insight, speaking with your higher self, all of that is your birthright. And you should have those answers inside of you. You know, because of all of this energy moving, we're getting an influx of people becoming conscious. And they're out here just saying all kind of crazy shit. I don't even know how else to put it. And I see folks sitting there, taking it in like it is the only true gospel. And the person is so damn out of balance. They don't know their head from their feet. Very confused in all the shit that's coming out. Speaking on cases, speaking on people, telling people, giving information, and yet they're clueless. So while you're out in these cosmic streets, make sure you're grounding yourself, number one. And number two, that you are trusting yourself always. I don't care if it's me giving you the reading. I don't care who it is. You've got to learn how to know what's true for you. Because ultimately, you're the only one responsible for you. You can't give that shit away. You can't love it away. You can't kick it away. You can't throw it away. It doesn't work like that. So you have to trust yourself. And on the flip side, there's some beautiful readers out here that's doing this work with a high level of spiritual integrity. That's important to me. But anything that I tell you, I need you to be able to check in with you. Take what you need and put the rest to the side. This is not designed to be the ruler of your life. Now, I recognize myself and others. This is a part of our path in this work life. This is our path, and it's also our purpose to do this. And I absolutely love it. Or I couldn't be doing it for 13 years. And I have receipts. And I know when my energy is a certain way or I'm dealing with some things in my life, I don't do readings. And when Spirit tells me not to, I don't. Now, there will be some more classes because I really want to share this, some of the things that I've learned, and I'm still learning and still growing. In fact, I feel like I haven't even scratched the damn, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I discovered some new things in the Akashic Records. OMG. But I love it. I love this work. I love teaching. I love sharing. I love assisting. But what I love even more is when you guys take the information and you fully embody it. And from there, you're able to make some strides. It's not about never needing anyone. The truth of the answer is everyone has all the answers inside of you. Every question, every thought, every unsolved mystery, everything this world, this universe has ever experienced, the answer, the truth lives inside of all of our DNA. But all of us are not called to work with the energy in the same way. But your intuition, being able to tap in and heal and know what your body needs and what's in the best interest for you, oh, that's your responsibility. You got to put that work in. You got to do that if you want it. And I know if you're here, you want it. I know you want it. And I want to give it to you. Because we need more high vibrational spiritual beings whose third eyes are clear, whose crown chakras are not tied up with bullshit and debris, whose heart chakra is open to giving and receiving, whose root chakra is grounded and centered on earth, and who's willing to speak and communicate from a place of love and intellect. You need that. And someone who loves themselves and can see the God within you as they see it within themselves. And that can call the bullshit out when it appears, because that's what it takes. Yeah, I know you're ready. I know you are ready. And I'm definitely ready for you to be ready for it. Yeah. What a time to be alive. Let's get those likes up. We got more than 450 plus people tuning in from all over the world. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up so our soul family can find us. And we're going to get ready. I want to talk about a couple of things, and then, and I know I've been running my mouth, but I'm about to go to the phone lines because I definitely, I definitely want to talk to each one of you as well too. And I just feel like it is something, yeah, some understanding. Yeah, we need to get us some good understanding while growing up on planet Earth. Oh, I know what I was going to say. MC Moss said we love it when you run that ethereal mouth. Listen, listen. But look, I want to give a big shout out. Something sort of totally knocked me off my feet, stopped me straight in my tracks. I think I was on Instagram, and I didn't get a chance to go back and reply to everybody's message. And when I went to Instagram, I seen a message, and a sister said, she said, hey, there is a guy that is, her name is Jasmine underscore dot 132. She said, hey, Ms.Blue, this guy named John is singing your praises on a healthy alternative channel on YouTube. And I liked the message, and I was like, oh, thanks, thank you. And then I said, you know what? Let me go look that up. So I went, and I kept saying, why does that name seem so familiar? I kept saying, why does that name seem so familiar? So anyway, a couple hours after I had finished working, I went over to YouTube. And I tell you, it wasn't anything I could imagine or expect. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I went over to YouTube. And when I went over to YouTube, I went to the channel that said A Healthy Alternative. And I said, oh, I know this channel because I actually listen to this channel. I actually follow this channel. I've known about this channel for a couple of years and really, really enjoy the content on the channel. And every day you live with diabetes, you're a champion. When I went to the channel and I seen, it's not just about winning gold medals. Why I can't stop a video from all right, John, welcome back to this. I don't want to play it. But I wanted to see what they were talking about. And so when, Sharita said, yes, John is the reason I'm here. Oh my goodness. When I tell y'all I cried like a baby, me and my daughter was like, is this real? Are we in the Twilight Zone? I was like, the things he was saying was so crazy. And I literally remember when he called into the show. You guys know I don't remember when people call in, like Spirit literally after I do a reading for you guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but Spirit wipes all of that away. I mean, at this point, I have talked to thousands upon thousands of people all over the world. Do you know how crazy my ass would be if I remembered everything? I would have no room in my own mind to be sane. But anyway, I went over to the channel and I heard him talking and I was like, yo, oh my gosh. So I want to give both brothers and especially Jonathan. And I think he goes by John. I know these two are brothers. I want to give him a big shout out to John and to Chris, both for sharing that amazing, beautiful story. And if you guys want to check it out, I would encourage you to follow this channel. Like, let me tell you how deja vu this is. And I don't want to get extra emotional at this time, but I'm going to be totally transparent and I'm just going to breathe through this. It was late one night and I fell asleep, which I don't recommend you do, but I fell asleep with the television on. And I fell asleep with the television on, and when I woke up, a healthy alternative was on. And there was a man who was on the channel. And he was talking about, excuse me, I'm going to try to hold it together. He was talking about doing a water fast. And I remember Chris at the time. And Chris was interviewing him and he was asking him questions about, what made him want to do the water fast and why did he do the water fast. And immediately I was going to turn the channel and Spirit said, no, pay attention. So I watched the video and the gentleman was talking about how he was doing the water fast, and I forgot how many days he did the water fast, but he lost something like 100+ pounds. And I remember Chris very carefully stating to him that when you do fasts such as this, that there is a process. And he talked about his own personal journey and how there were things you needed to do to prep yourself prior to the fast. And there were things that you could do to prep yourself after the fast and even during. And I wasn't shocked about the amount of information that was given on the channel because I myself watched the channel and I love hearing people's transformational stories about them, getting themselves into health and, really taking control of their lives. And, especially, a lot of the readings that I do when you guys need body scans. So I'm always looking for ways that not only I can help myself, but information I can pass on to anyone I come in contact with that may need assistance. So anyway, he goes into, and I'm not going to be I'm not going to be long here, but Spirit is just really telling me to put this out there, and it may be for someone else, but I am going to put this out there. So the gentleman goes on and he starts talking and he starts telling him. And so, and I'm paraphrasing here. So please, 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 Chris and John, please just don't come from me. I will, people can go and watch this story. But he asked him, so what happened afterwards? And so the guy started talking about how he messed up his kidneys doing this water fast because he didn't come off the fast correctly. And I remember Chris going into details and, giving examples about, how you migrate yourself on and off during a fast. Well, later, I came in contact with some Remix family members, and they were doing a water fast. Now, granted, this is months later, and that just kept flashing in my mind. So I passed that information on to them to say, listen, I think it's great that you're taking control of your life and you're doing the things you need to do. Make sure you're listening to your body and you're doing research. I say that to say there's so many things out there. And by the way, our very own Queenie has been a guest on a healthy alternative, kicking it in the kitchen with Queenie. So shouts out to Queenie. So amazing. And that's another beautiful share. If you didn't get a chance to go check that out as well. But I had no idea that John, who also, Chris and John, if I'm not mistaken, are brothers, and he was on the show. He also used to be on the show as well, and I think he's back on the show, had called into the remix and he talked about how one of the major factors of him losing 50 pounds in 1 month was due to a reading I gave him on Planet Remix and what I told him to do in regards to running energy through his body. And again, divine timing. I was really kind of doing a lot of reflection over last year and a lot of things in 2022 and was feeling quite emotional when I pulled that up and I listened to that show, and it just showed me, how it's all worth it. And I tell you all that again. First of all, I want to say thank you to these two amazing brothers. And you can find Jonathan at Johnny Jupiter, and I love this 444. You can follow him as well in his amazing story. And you can follow Chris and John both at A Healthy Alternative. I recommend you all definitely tap in. They have amazing guests, people, and just a wealth of information and knowledge that's based on more than just research, on actual accounts, you know? And I think about how I do my readings and how they do their work. It's not based just on research. I think sometimes research is definitely a key component to us sort of kind of understanding whether or not something is legit or built on truth. But when you can have evidence, actual living evidence, to bear witness to a truth, then that takes it to a whole another level of what I like to call divine confirmation, to really, really give you divine confirmation. And so I just want to give those two brothers a big shout out. And I am going to reach out to them because I would love to have them come on the show and really talk about it, because going forward, health is going to be a big thing for all of us here. And really, a big thing because of our nervous system. But we'll get into that. We literally are activating our Merkabas. I talked about it earlier last year, our tree of life. We are becoming upgraded. Our electrical system is really, really upgrading. We're amping ourselves up even more. So, but I wanted to share that story because that just touched my heart. It was such a surprise, and love to all of you who came over after hearing that story. I heard that story and I said, "Wow." You just never know. And I say this to all of you. You just never know what kind of impact you are having in the people that you connect with lives. A conversation, a word, a smile can change everything. Everything. Absolutely everything can change. Don't ever underestimate your power and your influence that you can have on people's lives. And we know that can go both ways, you know? So, yeah, I wanted to share that. I was like, oh my gosh, I was crying like a little baby. I said, oh, this is so beautiful. And I love that so much. I love that so much. So, and I love it when people are open to receive and they're doing the work that they feel and they trust. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. I will say this, I am going to put out another request. Because I'm going to be I am working on something very, very special. But I'm going to put this request out. If you've had a reading from me, whether it was a personal reading, whether it was a reading here on the show, I would love for you to share that experience with me and send it to Question for Blue. And with that, giving me permission to use it. I'm not going to put your business out there. I will never do that. You guys know sacred things need to be sacred, not secret. Very big difference from keeping secrets. I'm not about secret shit, but I am about sacred things. So even if I use it, I will change your name unless you say, hey, I'm cool with it. You can put my initials up there, but I would never put anyone's personal business out there like that. These readings that I do, especially the ones that are one-on-one, at this point, the ones that we've been doing for years and years and years on Planet Remix. But I would love for you to send that to me. That would mean so much to me. And I know you guys often want to know how to support Planet Remix and what kind of things, and you all do that. Well, this is one of the ways I'm really counting on you to send that in. I promise you it will be something very beautiful that we all can partake in. And plus, we have so many new people that I'm meeting. And I know when their readings come up, and I've been invited to come a lot of places and speak, and to teach and to do other things, I definitely would love to share those things. So send it to question, Question, the number 4 blue @gmail.com. And if you get lost, everything is in the show notes. But I would love for you to do it. And even if you have more than one account, I don't want you to say, oh, I know this is too much. I know this is too much. No, it's not. Listen, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So before we go to the phone lines, one more thing. Oh, thank you, Tanika. It's another person that said John is also the reason I'm here. I hope I don't let y'all down. He he really painted such a beautiful picture. I was like, oh my gosh, man, how beautiful. And such a beautiful spirit, and just so thankful. Just so thankful. So the email, I'll put it in chat for you. Oops, not that. Yeah. So there it is. But I also want to tell you, Ruby, and this literally came to me way in 2022, couple of months, maybe 6-7 months back in 2022, that the crystal for 2023 is going to be ruby crystal. I'm going to talk a little bit here because we got a lot of new people, and I really want everybody to feel right at home and comfortable. But I want to talk about working with the ruby crystal. And you guys, you can go to Remember Gem Select.com, and if you go to gemselect.com and you put in the remix, or you put in Ms.Blue, you can receive our discount because we decided not to take the discount. We passed it on to you guys. What I love so much about Gem Select, and no, it is not sponsored. No, we do not receive any money back from it. But I will say this. This is the very first company that I wanted to have a working partnership with, a sponsorship. And they offered me the sponsorship. But we elected to pass the discount and whatever benefit they were going to give to us to give it to the Soul family. So when you get to gemselect.com, if you type in the remix or type in Ms.Blue, or even if you type in Know Your Magic, it will take you into our special portal and you'll receive a discount. And everything in that portal is discounted. But keep in mind, everyone from Jake the Jeweler to us shops there. So you can find crystals worth millions of dollars there, all the way down to $5, $6 on that site. But what I love about Gem Select is that all of their crystals are authentic. They are certified and they are authentic and they are, what do you call it? They are harnessed with the highest integrity. I've even had phone calls with their workers. When I first found the site, what ended up happening is we were doing a workshop and we gave it out and they literally thought somebody had hacked their site because their site was going down and so many people were placing orders and they didn't know what was going on. It was Planet Remix going over there getting their crystals. But I would say this is a great place to check. And of course, you know, we have so many great vendors and people who sell crystals and have crystals. That's even a part of Planet Remix, as well as those that are on Etsy. And in fact, when you used to go to Gem Select back in the day, they didn't have all that information on there, the metaphysical side, all of the detailed information. And I worked with them and had several phone calls with the gentleman there and told him these would be some great things to put on the site for people. And they took that suggestion. And now when you go over there or even sign up for their newsletter, they send you wealth of information as well too. So, and but ruby came up, the ruby crystal, the ruby crystal. And I'm gonna tell you why. The ruby crystal, you know, that frequency of the ruby crystal, and in this fourth dimension, one of the fastest moving vibration when it comes to color chemistry. Shouts out to everybody who went to the color chemistry class. But it's red and hues of that red vibration. And it's amazing for releasing and raising energy. And we all should be releasing and raising energy through our body. Energy is meant to flow through you, flow through you. And this is what this ruby helps do. It also helps you. See, I have learned a lot working with energy. It's one of my first loves. And one of the things that I learned is I'm no longer a fan of removing negative energy or going through the process of taking negative energy out of you. I want to show you how to bring in healthy, vibrant, lively, full of light energy, and it will take care of itself. And let me tell you the difference. The difference is transformation. Because light is consciousness. And when the light comes in and it hits what we would call negative particles or negative energies, and it mixes with it, you will have a revelation. You will get understanding. And then you can make a conscious decision to move the energy through whatever you felt was blocking, holding you back, stopping you, damaging your physical body, or causing you a disturbance. See the difference? Here's something you got to know. And with me doing my own version of what I call Reiki energy, because I am a Reiki master, as well as a certified holistic practitioner and a certified life coach, even though I have trauma with the word. Another story is that whenever you take something out, you must replace it with something of either equal or higher vibration. And that works whether you've had to have some sort of surgery, whether someone has lost some sort of limb, or had to have a kidney, or had to have some sort of biopsy, or had to have some sort of, what do you call it? The appendix taken out, tonsils taken out, anything that you take out physically, mentally, or spiritually should be replaced with something either equal that vibration or higher. And what's happening? This is why the heart chakra is such a soft spot for so many of us on the planet. Because we just want to rip shit out, don't want it to hurt no more, but we haven't done the work to bring the frequency back in. So there's gaps and holes. Have you ever drove down a road, a street that got potholes? You know what kind of ride that is? Raggy ass streets. Even though I love my home city of New York got some raggedy ass streets. I mean, raggedy. Just raggedy streets. You got to slow down because there's a pothole here. There's a hole here. There's a hole there. You got to turn this way. Well, this is what your energy is doing in your body. This is what's happening. So you want to know why you can't keep your frequency up? You got potholes. And your energy is trying to maneuver. It's trying to go around, especially the high frequency, because that energy running in your body is the same as the ley lines running on the planet. It is a scientific fact that ley lines do not cross war zones. This is the frequency that goes around the planet. It's going to go around that shit. It's not going to cross in to no war zone. It knows to go around. The energy knows to move around. So this is how energy is running in your body. It's trying to go around things. It's trying to move out the way, move out the way, move out the way. It's trying to move. So, ruby crystal. And if you don't understand the thing between crystals and you, we've said it 100 times. And I know how humans are. Humans need proof that it works. And I'm here to tell you, the best proof you can have is you. Test it out. You go get you a crystal and you go work with it. See what it does for you. The only thing that is required is that you're open to the crystal. This is why every sacred civilization and sacred text in the world, including the Bible, will talk to you about crystals. Why do you think in this amazing book called the Bible, they talk about putting on weapons and garments before going to war? So they put their garments on, they put their vests on, and in those vests, they didn't make them bulletproof. They didn't make them knife proof. They put crystals. Stop for a moment. I almost cursed with the Bible in the same sentence. My mama wouldn't like that. But anywho, they put crystals in the breastplate. I don't know about you, but if they're getting ready to go to war and they're putting crystals in their breastplates, you better go find you a crystal. And if you are a sister, you better drop that shit in your bra. And if you are a brother and you got a crystal, you better put it in your pocket. You better put it in your sock. You better drop it in your shoe. You better put it around your wrist. Because you telling me, you trying to tell me, I don't care what you think about Christianity or any religion, because we're not a religious group here, number one. We're not. We're spiritual, but we're not a religious group. So you don't have to give up anything to walk through the doors of Planet Remix. Come as you are. We take them all here. That's not required. But you telling me from the Egyptians, from the Sumerians, from the ancient dynasties in China, from the Aztec, from the Incas, from India. You try and tell me every civilization in the world felt that it was important enough to talk about, they could talk about anything. I mean, let's face it. They talked about the stars and the moon. They talked about the animal and the people. They talked about the gods and the goddesses. They talked about the wind and the water and the fire. And they talked about crystals? And you still trying to figure out whether or not a crystal can help you listen. All I'm going to say is we are living in a time that every tool and every practice that is filled with love and light, let me add that shit in there because I ain't about all that other stuff. You better get on board. You better figure it out. because you're not trying to tell me that you are painting a picture of people getting ready to go to war. And they're not talking about sharpening their knives. They are talking about putting a breastplate on and picking up amethyst, picking up rubies, picking up burleys, picking up clear quartz. And they are putting that in the breastplate. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying. Every time I turn around, someone's talking about, the enemy is busy. Yeah, we're your crystal. What kind of protection are you doing for yourself? What are you doing? Every time I turn around, somebody being negative. And what are you being? What are you putting out? What are you doing? So anywho, my choice. And of course you can work with any crystal. In fact, you got crystals in your brain. You didn't know that? You got crystals in your ear, in a sack. I love talking about the crystal in the sack in the ear. It does something for me. I don't know about y'all, but just the fact to know that I'm walking around with 2 sacks filled with crystals in my ear, that just, it gets me going. But don't let one of those crystals roll out your ear sack, 'cause you ain't gonna know which way is up. You think you loopy. Let that crystal come out. Let that crystal come out that sack and that ear. You're going to have vertigo. And if you've ever had vertigo, that's how you got it. One of those crystals came out the sack. And not only that, your blood, your DNA, your RNA is filled with crystals. This earth, the reason it spins, it wobbles, it shakes, crystal. The reason we understand and know time, crystal. All your watches, your clocks, your phones, your computers, your laptops, crystal. Your car, crystals. So get your ruby crystal, work with it. Lots of fire energy, helps with stimulating. And I have a big crystal right here. I might need to move this ruby. This ruby got me going. Crystals work through a process called entrainment. Entrainment. And inside of each crystal is a whole soul group. Like Planet Remix is a soul group. It's a whole soul group in your crystal. All you got to do is tap it. You hear that? I'm tapping my ruby right now. Hello. 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 I got a question for you. They up now. They wide awake. They're awake. But they work on entrainment. And through that process of entrainment, what crystals do is they have a particular frequency and a vibration that they're vibrating at. And your energy, your aura, when it meets that crystal that is set by your intention, your vibration will raise to the frequency of that crystal. And the crystal will be constantly like a broadcaster. It's going to be broadcasting information back into your aura. It's like somebody standing behind you. And sisters, you can feel me on this and whispering in your ear saying, hey, what's going on? How you feeling? How you doing? That's what the crystal is doing. Crystals be on some MSR shit. They're whispering these vibrations back into you. And if you're really curious about crystals, you can dive into the archives, Planet Remix, go to iTunes or either go to blogtalkradio.com. And that you can go there. I did tons and tons and tons of shows on working with crystals and clearing crystals. We are such powerful beings now. You can take the crystal and put it in the palm of your hand and just take your mind back to the color purple. You remember the movie The Color Purple? And this is what you do to your crystal. You say, speak to me. You can clear your crystal like that. You can talk to your crystal. You can say, I want to remove all energy of low vibration off of it. You can pray over it. You can meditate. You can hold it to your heart and you can attune to the crystal. You can play some music for the crystal. You can put it in the sunlight. You can put it in the moonlight. You can put it over here. You can put it anywhere. Anywhere you want to put it, you can put it and work with the crystals. Me, I'm just a very raw girl when it comes to crystals. I like them raw. I like them small and raw so I can drop them in my bra. I can carry them with me on my person. I can put it in my belly button to go to sleep at night. Or even when I'm walking around during the day, I can hold it in my hand when I'm meditating, when I'm praying, put them in the palm of my hands. I want to get very intimate, and I've been saying this for decades. Treat your crystals like you would when you're first meeting someone. You wouldn't just meet someone and hop in the bed with them, would you? So do the same thing with your crystal. Don't just get a crystal. Do a little bit of work. And I'm not telling you to go and you don't have to do a whole lot of research because you're going to know how that energy is vibing with you. And these crystals, again, are frequencies. So much like we understand astrology, the moon is not controlling us and we are not controlling the moon, but we do have a sacred dance with the planets. We have a sacred dance with the sun and with the moon. And we understand this sacred, intimate connection we have with all things that are on earth. And so that's the same way crystals work. But this is a beautiful time. I have a lot of my crystals in my windowsill. I will take them all out and make sure they all just based in this beautiful energy. It's kind of like a reset. It's a reset. So you're going to give your crystals a reset. It's a great time to give your crystal a reset. It's a great time to do some feng shui, do some clearing out, do some letting go, writing yourself a love letter, and taking it easy. Some of you need to get up, but some of you need to slow it down. Take it easy, step by step. Yeah. So we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. I just wanted to share that with you. That ruby crystal is excellent because it works with the circulatory system in the body because of its frequency and vibration to help you move energy through your body. The lymphatic system is going to be coming into 2023 top tier, because that lymphatic system is going to be connected to the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. And so, boy, oh boy, we're going to need to get a hold of our energy. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's going to be a big, big year when it comes to the subconscious mind, because it's front and center. We know the subconscious is leading us anyway, but we're going to see this at a whole nother level. Whole nother level. Plus, the energy of Mars, for some of us, is just going to mean action. And for others, we're going to be wilding out. Nick Cannon wilding out. But let's get ready to go to the phone lines. Oh my, wow, look at you guys on the phone lines. So we're going to go to the phone lines, and we're definitely going to jump around. Let's get those likes up though. What's up with that? Let's get those likes up, everybody. If you're in the Blue Room and you haven't subscribed, I definitely want to make sure that you do subscribe. And I also want to make sure that you hit that like button, and also share the show as well, too. If you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who needs to be around somebody's with some good vibes, send them our way. All right, so we're going to go to the phone. Ooh, first readings. Random. 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 Oh, let me not. Let me not. I'm going to get ready to go to the phone lines, and let me see. I'm just going to jump around on the phone lines as well. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. International callers, you do need to dial the U.S. country code first, right? Dial that U.S. country code, or you can come on over to blogtalkradio.com/remix, and that's going to get you locked in. You can do that on the computer. But let's hear a little bit of Baby Blue. Let me get myself together. Let me get my mind right. I'm having a good time tonight, but feeling quite emotional as well, too. So, yeah, just feeling all of this. This Cancer full moon. All right, but we're going to listen to a little bit of Baby Blue, and we're going to hear some vibes, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to go straight to the phone lines.
La la la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
So true. Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. Yeah, yeah. Someone put the call-in number in the Blue Room for me, please. yeah. Shouts out to my DJ. So, no, I did not make that beat. However, I was the inspiration behind it. And I want to give a big shout out to the producer. Sorry, I know I just said DJ, but to the producer who made that for me. At this time, they choose to remain anonymous, and I will respect their privacy because they do a lot of other things. But who knows? Maybe, just maybe, I can get them to come on and share some things. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna get ready to go. We're gonna get ready to go to the phone lines. And I see you guys on the phone lines. I'm going to be jumping around, so please be ready. Once we come to the phone lines, let's go to the caller who is calling in from area code 3143. 3143, you are live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are.
What's up with it?
And where you're calling from. Who's on the line?
This is Stacy Lynn. I'm calling from the east side, Belleville, Illinois.
Oh my goodness. Greetings, Stacy. How are you? Happy 2023. How are you?
Happy 2023 to you too. I am awesome. I feel wonderful. How are you?
I am, wow. You know, I am better and better. Yeah.
That sounds good. And I have been saying all week I was gonna call in, but before we get to anything, you know those sound effects that you have over, you know, your do you have a round of applause on there?
I sure do.
Well, play this. We're going to take 5 seconds out, and I
Okay.
want everybody that's listening in to give a round of applause for Ms.Blue. And thank you so much. We're so grateful for you.
Aww.
Yes,
Thank you for
that was
that,
for you.
Stacy. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yes.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
I do got a question, but I thought I called in. Well, when I called in, you were already talking. But when I was at work, we were talking about crystals at work, and the guy was like, "The crystals don't work," and I was like, "Yes, they do." And he was like, "How do you know they work? Because you read it somewhere?" And I said, "No, because you can feel it."
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, I work crystals at work all day just so I could come here and not cuss y'all out. But I didn't say that
Oh, I
part.
love it. I love it. And you know,
Yeah, I was like,
here is the thing, you know, like you both are right. If he believes crystals
mm-hmm,
don't work, they don't. And you
mm-hmm.
believe crystals or let me take that back. You know crystals work? They do. But here's the thing. Crystals don't need our agreements to work. And, you know, not that we have to convince anybody, but the fact that he even brought that up shows that he's curious, right? Because someone who's not
Mm-hmm,
curious is not even going to entertain you. You know, that's something my children
mm-hmm.
tell me all the time. Mom, why are we entertaining you? I said, because y'all love it. You love it when I act silly. But you're not going to entertain someone or something if you don't have a spark of curiosity. But a good thing to do is to have people have their own self discovery. And you should say, well, you got crystals in your body. Do they work? See, that's a whole nother level of a conversation because you can't
Mm,
deny. And you tell him, go look it up. Don't take my word for it, which is something, you know, our elders have always said, our ancestors have always said, and I will tell you all, y'all are highly intelligent, evolved beings. You don't have to take my word for nothing. You either go do it yourself or go do your research.
yeah.
So you could
And
just,
I do.
yeah. Yeah, you can let him know. Let that crystal fall out that sack in your ear, and then you come talk to me about crystals not working.
And then you said something about the vertigo, and then my brother just had that a couple of weeks ago, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, well we done had and he probably had a lot of things fall out. We all, but I was
What you
like,
say? He
he
had a
just
lot
had
of
that.
things fall out.
A lot of them, a
Well,
lot. They're all this thing got dropped on our head.
well,
But yeah, and
that vertigo can be a couple of things. One of the reasons for vertigo is really feeling like you no longer belong where you're at anymore, or feeling like you're completely
mm,
outside, or you can't figure out where you fit in. It also can be about transformation. If you're growing and it's time for you to be able to move on to something, when you're trying to grow, when our soul wants us to grow and evolve, and we don't want to grow and evolve, but yet where we're at, we know we don't belong anymore, you know?
mm, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And when I get the tune, I find the right set, and I'll pass that. I'll make sure I pass that on to him because we
Yeah.
don't. Sometimes it's hard for us to have conversations because he's a pastor. He always think
Yeah.
I'm trying to convert
He,
him. That's
yeah.
neither here nor
Well,
there. But
no,
thank
you
you.
you tell
Okay.
him that's a good thing. Him being a pastor shouldn't
Mhm.
have any issue, but you can just tell him, ask him, is it something that he's wanted to do different with the church, with the congregation, but he feels like he can't. And so this is
Mm.
is where he's torn. He wants to transform the way he's doing, the way he's showing up, the way he's being, and that denial is making him feel like he no longer belongs in the spots where he loves. Yeah.
Mm. And
Yeah.
it's not even like necessary. Not even just him, but it's not just necessarily the denial from others. It's like more so the denial from yourself.
Yeah, from yourself. It's like
Okay.
going to a job you hate. This is why a lot of people sick leave is based on vertigo.
Mm.
Yep. And
Yeah.
and then when
Okay.
it's
Whew.
time to
This
grow,
is
yeah,
exciting.
time to grow, time to grow. But I
This
know you didn't call in
is
for him.
definitely. No, well, I mean, I'm still appreciative,
Yes, of
but I
course,
called in
always.
because okay, so it's the new year, and
Yep.
I called in, and because I went to the numerology stuff, and I'm in a personal year 3.
Oh, okay.
Um,
What month and day were you born?
I was born June the 8th.
Mm-hmm. And so you're in a personal year
And
of 3. You said 3?
mhm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm. And what
yes,
does that
and I've
mean to
I've been
you?
reading notes.
What does that mean to you?
Oh, um, it's kind of it's more so like the vibe that I had already kind of been in. Just as far as how do I make this simple? Simple. I knew it was time for me to do the work, and like a lot of the teachings and stuff that I just been, learning and remembering, just understanding that literally everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everything, no matter how it comes and when it comes, everything is okay. And whatever it is that I'm trying to do or want to do or feel that I need to do is literally just waiting on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that can stop it, regardless if I think I need to do this, and then it turns out I do it this way. Like everything is in motion, but the motion is just waiting on me. And I
Mm-hmm.
kind of I that was I felt like I I felt like I was on the right path. Well, I am on the right path,
Mm-hmm.
and I just told myself I was like, well, you gotta. The last one of the last times I spoke to you, you was like, you gotta plan it out. When I
Mm-hmm.
was talking about moving to California, I was like, but outside
Yeah,
of before we even get to California, you gotta have a plan
that's
now.
right. Yep,
You
gotta have a
can't
plan.
and not and
So
so
do me a
okay, I'm listening.
favor really quick. You said you were
Okay.
born the 6th month and the 8th date.
Yes,
Add 6 and 8 up for me.
14.
Okay. And you said you're in a
Oh
personal
no.
year of what?
Was I supposed to do 5 plus 7? Because we're in a universal year of 7.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
So, but go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening. I just
No,
want to
I'm
make
listening to
sure
you.
you have the correct information. But go ahead. Go ahead. Either way, you're speaking from your heart. So, um, we'll do that, and
Okay.
I'll talk about that in
Okay.
a moment.
Okay. So the when I was going over the stuff, I did not. I didn't understand when you said the letters to work with was CLU, and I didn't understand what that meant. Like how to work, like
Are
as
you
far as
are
working
you
with
in
those
self
letters.
invested?
No, no, because I wouldn't invest in myself to pay the money to get on there. But
Okay,
then
because we went
go
over this
around.
in class. I apologize. I'm having a moment of
No.
deja vu. But let's get some
Okay.
clarity here. So technically, your personal year doesn't start until your birthday, right? So what you
Ooh.
would do is you would take 6
Okay.
plus 8, which is 14. You would take the
Okay.
year 2022, which is 6. So you would add 6 plus 14, and what do you get?
6 plus 14.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus 14, I get 20.
You get 20. You are in a personal year of 2. And you're in a personal year of 2. This is the year that you're going to be in. Now, when it comes to your birthday, and we get a couple of months, because usually people start feeling the energy maybe 3, 4 months out. When we get closer to your birthday in June, so April, May, June, probably around April, I would say the middle of April towards the end of April, you're going to start feeling the shift in that energy. And that's when you're going to be moving into the personal year of 3. But now you're in the personal year of 2. And this personal year of 2, let me tell you what 2 is all about. Number one, it's about being
Ooh.
peaceful, and it's about learning how to cooperate, to be in a place of harmony. This too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Because it's okay.
it's also not the time to keep going against the grain or forcing anything. This is really time to sort of kind of be observant, to listen, and to contemplate. Because what you want to create is harmony. How can I get into harmony? How can I navigate this energy? Yeah. And this is a very, very emotional, very sensitive personal year. Anytime you see a 2, we talking about feelings. This is why the 22s, when we moved into the year 2000, and anytime we hit them
Mm-hmm.
twos, them twos is about how you feel. And you are
Mm.
feeling so much. This is actually how you're navigating, understanding everything that you want to do is your feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
not to cut you off because okay, so when I added the stuff up, obviously 2022, I was in a personal year too. So I remember listening to it at the end of 21, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I like, and I could just, if I could just look at 2022 in a picture. I didn't do none of that. I sat up there and I was angry, and I blamed. I was like, nah, they tried to do that. she knew she was messing up my money.
Mm,
And I said, you spent the whole summer. But still I knew. I said, Stacy, stop tripping. You know
yes,
everything's gonna work out.
that's
It's not
right.
the time for you to get the money yet. And
Well,
I'm like,
here is
no,
the
they
thing.
did it.
Here's the
And I was
great
like, you know
news.
what?
Here's the great news.
Mhm.
Look at where you are now, because you're still in that
I know.
vibration of two, and you still have
Mhm.
an opportunity because you are getting ready to move into a very expressive year. But this is what I don't want anyone to forget. The universal vibration that the whole planet is under is seven. Now we know seven
Mhm.
is very
Mhm.
spiritual. Seven is highly psychic. Seven is highly intuitive, right? But seven, that
Yes.
number seven, is also the opportunity to manifest. So you're going to hear everybody talking about how to manifest shit. The truth of the matter
Mhm.
is, we are all manifestors. But the key is, can you manifest what you want? Because you're always manifesting. You wouldn't even be here if you didn't know how to manifest. We all came into the earth realm as master manifestors. The catch
Mhm.
is, or the gag is, we're just manifesting things we don't want because we don't understand that process of manifesting. This is why, if you guys haven't done the poll on the channel here on YouTube, please, 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 please make sure you go back to the community tab and do the poll, because I wanted to see what kind of new things to bring to the channel. Do we want to talk more about manifesting? Do we want to do more interviews? Do we want to do more of weekly readings? Or what was the other one? The other one was, how do I not
I
know?
don't know because I voted for the
Well,
manifesting.
let me tell you what's winning.
No.
Weekly readings is winning. I hear what y'all saying, but I know what y'all
Mhm.
picked. But we're
So,
going to leave the.
but that's why I said, what's the weekly reading? Because you do that stuff already. That's
I
how I
know,
didn't know.
but it's going to be a little
I was
different.
just,
A storytelling, thank you,
oh, okay.
Journey, or storytelling, because you guys love when I speak to the ancestors. I love talking to our ancestors or talking to people
Oh,
who have
yeah.
transitioned on the other side. So I love telling their stories,
Mm-hmm.
even stories of those alive and all of that. But anywho, I digress. Let me stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in this
Yeah.
personal year of two. So really, and plus you have this energy of the seven coming with you. So this is amazing. Like, you get an opportunity to get a fresh start. And there is a real psychology philosophy about a clean slate and a fresh start. So give yourself a
Yes.
fresh start. Forget about what happened in 2022. When I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
forget, I don't mean forget, forget. I'm saying think
Mm-mm.
about
Learn
now
from it.
what you know, what has come into your awareness, and start moving forward from there. Because I just drew out your energy. Amazing. Your energy is
Yes.
beautiful. Everything is going on. It's a little bit in that heart chakra, but you're doing the work and it shows. And you're staying grounded. Just when you start seeing your mind start racing, I want you to exhale. Don't inhale. Exhale, because that's going to send a message to your nervous system that we are not in a life or death situation. Calm down. So never breathe in. Exhale first, especially when you're feeling that. Drop down in the lower half of your body. Wiggle your toes, pat your knees, and begin to start speaking out of your mind and out of your heart from the lower half of your body.
Right on.
And you will tap into your
Thank you.
intuition. Yeah. It'll start getting stronger, and you'll be training your energy of how you want it to perform in your body. Remember, it's your body. You can tell it what to
Mm-hmm.
do. It's yours.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. It's so cool because like you gave us that like a minute ago.
Yes.
So when I go to work or like especially when I work at the nightclub because it's like people just get crazy. I'm like, no, all you gotta do is take a deep breath out.
That's right.
Wiggle
Exhale.
your toes.
Exhale.
Just
Yeah.
tell yourself that
Oh,
you're
how cool
grounded
is
and
that?
you're
You work at a
yeah,
nightclub?
I be remembering. I'm trying to, cause not to just. I'm not trying to take up everybody's time, but like
No, no, no.
versus from February 1st, from talking to you to now, like it's such a big difference. And like the stuff
Mm,
that you give us, the tools, the spirit quest. Like I listen to that stuff every night,
yes.
as much as
Yes.
I can, because that stuff has really helped me. So I really do try to keep that stuff in there. Like
Well,
keep
it
applying it. Don't just
shows.
do it one time and be
That's
like,
right.
yeah, I try. I really do. And then
Yeah.
the only thing I do want to know about us being in the university year at 7. This is in with the metaphysics. Do you know any good books on that? Because I don't know. I feel like I know what metaphysics is, but I don't know. Like I can't explain it. So I was
And you know what? I kind of love that. I kind of love that you don't
okay.
know. But when we talk about metaphysics, we're talking about things that exist that is not obvious. So I'm going to break it down so anybody can understand. When we say metaphysics, we're talking about looking at signs, looking at symbols, and equating them to what is going on physical. So you are going beyond the physical. That's what metaphysical means. Metaphysical things would fall up under something tells you, Stacy, go to Whole Foods and get a green juice. And you go in Whole
Mm.
Foods, and when you get there, you run into a friend that you haven't seen in a long time and was just thinking about them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And cause I put around right before Christmas, I took me a real good bath, and I put my I am oil on me, and
Oh,
I was on my
yes.
way somewhere, and I was like, some said, stop at that liquor store and get that favorite wine that you like. And I said, well, I said, just stop. And I stopped and I bought that wine, and I bought me a lottery ticket, and the man messed up on the lottery ticket. But if you play lottery, you know to keep them tickets that they mess up on. And I won. And I was like,
Yes.
I'm, I was so thankful for my oil. I thank my You
Oh,
for the Money kit.
oh,
I
I love
thank my
it.
I thank everybody
I
because I
love
was
it.
like,
Well, let me
okay,
tell you, first of
yeah,
all, thank you for getting
okay.
the Claire Magic. The Claire Magic is
Oh, that's some
excellent.
good stuff,
And I'm
y'all.
going to tell you what you can
Mhm.
do, especially for if you're going to be doing a ritual or doing a ceremony for this Cancer full moon, is to take some I feel and place it on the base of your spine on the back, and then take the I am and rub it on your crown chakra. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Feel
So
on the spine, am on the crown.
that's right. I feel and I am, because Kundalini energy is moving all through this atmosphere. Well, Stacy, I love you. Please keep doing the work. Come back and let us know. And I know you always kind of send me a text or you send me an email to let me know how much you're grateful. And even tonight, I thank you so much. I love you so much for being a part of Planet Remix. Also, send those emails too if you want to share those testimonies. I would love to hear some from you because you've been doing incredible work. And it really, really shows. It really, really shows.
And you
Yeah.
have to. You have to.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
You're so welcome.
Love
Peace.
y'all.
Love you too. Peace and love. Hold the line.
Peace and love.
All right. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 8438. You are live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Eight.
Hi.
Hi, greetings. Who's on the line?
Oh, really? It was me. Hi, Mrs. Blue. How are you?
I am amazing. How are you? Who's on the line?
This is, let's just say, Veronica.
Okay. Veronica with the babies in the background. Greetings, Veronica. And where are you calling from?
Yes. South Carolina.
Okay, greetings, Veronica from South Carolina, one of my favorite places too. How are you?
Yeah, I should take you off speakerphone. I've been listening to you most of the night. This is my first time ever calling in.
Oh, well,
My son been getting on
welcome.
me. You really need to. Yeah, he introduced me to you. Like, I heard a couple of your podcasts, maybe sometime around Thanksgiving or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really like her. I see why you so in love with Miss Blue. I mean, and he's constantly talking about you all the time. Mommy, I was listening at Miss Blue and blah, blah, blah. Or she just
Oh,
emailed me back. And yes, he
oh,
loves you.
oh. Well, love him as well too. And you said this is your son?
Son, I
Wow.
tell you what, Sleepy Huey, and I get on him about that name too.
Oh
I say
my
you should have went back to six.
goodness. Yes.
I started not to tell you that was my baby.
But guess what? I really picked it up. I didn't pick up, Sleepy came to me. So I knew. And look at
Did he
Sleepy.
really?
Yeah, Sleepy said, that's my mom. He's in the chat room. How beautiful. How beautiful. Oh, you did an amazing job with
Yeah.
him. Amazing job with him. Yeah, he's an
Thank you.
incredible,
I must
incredible.
say, he has been, amazing to raise. He never gave me no trouble at all.
Yeah.
And he's, 28 years old? I have to
Wow.
think about his age sometimes.
Oh, trust me, I'm the same way with my children as well. I got to think. I'm like, how old are you again?
Yeah, and those are his kids you heard in the background, my precious babies he gave me.
Oh, how amazing. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Miss
Well, I'm not
Sleepy
going to hold
Mom.
up your time, Miss Blue.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know, I'm not sure, what all you, how you really interact with. I mean, I hear what you do. I
Yes.
would just want you to know, see if maybe you can pick up on maybe some of my vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just talking to this young lady about metaphysics, and I do that a lot a lot often.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do it more in the past 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really doing that all the time, and it's really true. I pick up on, how certain spirits just don't connect with mine,
Yes, yes. It's because of
or
your intuition. You are very,
exactly.
very clairsentient. Like you can sense and you can feel like that is so intense to you. Like literally, you'll turn around from the grocery store if the vibe ain't right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I would say
Yeah.
for you, definitely you want to study clairsentience. Because this is one of your superpowers is clairsentience. And what I will tell you is because you are highly intuitive too, but I really feel you spent most of your life being scared of the world. And so
Can you
somehow,
repeat that one more time because we were breaking up?
oh, okay, I said, even though you spent most of your life being afraid
Mhm.
of the world, and so now, even though you are at your very young age, it's almost like you're a little teenager again, and you're ready to explore and to see what else life has for you.
You are so right. You are so right. Because, like you said, all my life, it's like, I know I can do it, but it's
Yes.
like something is stopping. Like, it's not the time, or you're just afraid. And I know I shouldn't be afraid because I think, like I tell my son all the time, I'm scared for myself because if I
Yeah.
get out there, I'm just going to really do it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And you
But it's
need
like,
to. You have
and you were talking
amazing.
about numbers, and guess
Mhm.
what? My birthday is in February. That's a 2, and my birth date is the 7th. So you were just talking to that young lady, and I thought I'd bring that to your attention.
Okay, so your birthday is February the 7th, right? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so let's see here.
Y'all was just
You
talking
are
about those
in
numbers, and I never.
you're in a personal year of 7. So your personal year and the universal year we're in, they're kind of going hand in hand. So let me tell you this. This is, Veronica, a very spiritual year for you.
Veronica Sawyer.
That's fine. That's
Yes,
fine.
and that's what I've been dealing with.
Yes, this is so amazing. Let me tell you why. Pay very close attention to your dreams. But I also
Oh, yes.
see that there is a class or something you're thinking about taking. You really need to begin to start exploring. I'm looking at your hands and I just see all kind of light coming out of your hand. So I know you are so amazing with your hands, whether that's healing, cooking, or drawing or writing. You just have so much love and light in your hands. Like your hands are literally purple. So they are just this vibrant purple color. Yeah. What kind of work do you do?
Oh, can I first tell you, purple is my mother's favorite color. And not only that, but purple in the Bible really means something as well, doesn't
Of
it?
course, absolutely, it does. It's one of our highest frequencies that we can attune to on planet Earth. That's why you see the amethyst crystal, that
Miss Blue,
purplish
you are
color.
so on point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because, all my dreams, and, every time I get like, not frustrated, but, when get just too overwhelmed, I always take a nap,
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, pay attention to your dreams.
Yes.
Miss Blue, I have had so many dreams, and, some I may remember, and some is just like it really happened. And
Yes.
then it actually comes to pass.
That's right. Yeah. Some of them are prophetic dreams. Remember dreams, or you may not know this, but you can dig into the archives. There's so many shows there, but dreams have layers to them. The first layer of understanding the dream is that every sign and symbol in there is you. That's always going to be the first level of understanding dreams is it's all about you. Everything from the television, from your friend that showed up in the dream, from all of that. But you are definitely very connected to the dream world. I would recommend you get a dream journal, like get you a notebook. First thing in the morning, write down your dreams, because it's really going to help you navigate and really begin to explore. But you didn't go into the kind of work you do. If you feel comfortable, you can
Oh,
share
okay.
that. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a jack of all trades and ain't a master of one yet. But let me tell you,
I
you
love it.
said, first of all, let me tell you, let's start from first job ever. Didn't even supposed to have this job, but I started out at Bojangles. I was
Mm.
underage, though. You know how that, but
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Bojangles, then JTPRA through the school system. Then I went, through Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And then I started my own thing like cleaning houses, drove
Mm.
school bus,
Mm.
did a little advertising here and there for different, things.
Yeah.
Maybe like elections and stuff like that. I can do any and everything, but right now, and you say speaking of a class, don't you know, my heart and soul is into my personal training. And that's all because of boot camp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have a body that was like Beyonce, but this
Tell
mess
me
ate me
about
up.
it.
you know.
Tell me about it.
What you say now?
I said, tell me
Yeah,
about it.
but
Yeah. I used to have a
but
body like
and then
Beyonce's too.
how life just eats you up, and people
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, she on that stuff." I never did that stuff a day in my life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, who don't smoke a little weed, and I didn't start that until I was 25. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
other than that, not putting my business out there like that,
Mm-hmm.
but
But I think
About
that's
like my
really,
boy
really
say,
good.
catfish.
Working out is going to be great for you. But I also
But you know,
see,
oh, speaking of that, I don't mean to cut you off, but I was
that's
supposed
okay.
to take my test 4 years ago, ever since 2018. But you know, things kept coming up, and I wasn't doing the work, putting in the work to actually go take my test. You know, but
Yes.
that is, like you said, that class. Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I really. Yes,
I
personal
say,
training is in my heart.
oh, well, I definitely think you need to go for it. You are in the perfect alignment to go for it. I'm going to tell you this, and just because Spirit keeps bringing it up, and I'm going to
And I
be,
want to ask you if you can be, if it's a spirit thing, if you can also maybe get in tune with ancestors who, because, you know, my mom been bothering me and
yeah,
my ex-husband, you know, he
yeah.
been bothering me
Yeah. Well, they are coming around
in a good way.
because they love you. Yes. And you are receptive to their energy. So I want to give you that, but I'm gonna give you something else that's gonna be real special. I'm sure Sleepy gonna tell you, ooh, you gotta be doing something right, Mom. So know that this year of 7 is really all about knowledge and truth and finding solutions. So you will find solutions to things that have pondered your whole life since you've been a child. That's number one. The second thing I want to give to you is about the hands and what I've seen. And that is in a past life, you got caught in a bushfire. And in this bushfire, you were living on what we would call Australia at the time. And how you got caught in this bushfire, where you were attempting to save some baby kangaroos.
Wow. Can you, and I understand what you're saying, but can you actually
Yes,
break that down,
I'm going to break it
layman?
down for
Yeah.
you, but I'm going to give you a little bit of
Okay.
homework. I
Okay. Do I
want
need
you
a pen and
to,
paper?
well, you can always come back and download and listen, but number one, this is
Okay.
why you are so very cautious about fire, candles, the stove, children, anything dealing with fire. And there are children, animals, or elders around, you have a heightened sense of making sure, let me cut this off, making sure this doesn't happen. Very cautious about that. Number two, I want you to go look up kangaroos because that is one of what we call your spiritual totems is a kangaroo. Yeah. So how this works, just think about the things I said and think about your connection or thoughts around what I mentioned. Number one, bushfire. You know, in South Carolina, a lot of people burn their trash or they live outside of city limits. These kind of things happen. Kangaroos, Australia. Just think about those elements and see how they kind of fit into your life at this time. But I tell you that because you were very good with your hands. Very good. And in that past life, you actually was a man. You wasn't a woman. And so this strength that you have to be able to do the things you can do physically, it always baffles people that you have that kind of endurance you have. Yep. Just wanted to give you
Thank
that.
you, Miss Purdy. I'm glad you did because it's true. It is so true.
Yeah.
And I'm not, you know, trying to boost myself up. I say that humbly. You know,
Yeah.
again, I can do a lot of things, but again, like you said, afraid of the world. And why was I?
Yeah.
Maybe what I could do in it.
Yes, afraid of the world because this particular fast past life, which you've had many, But this one is front and center, and you lived amongst nature away from people. And so even now, you love people, but you kind of keep your distance, and you really got to know somebody to open up and let them get into the emotional side of who you are. And so you're kind of guarded in that kind of way. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And Miss Blue, what about the ones that that they you know how you got the ones that smile in your face, but then as soon as you turn your back
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the
and you
thing.
try to, you already know that's there, but you try to be nice about it
Well,
still and
being
keep on like nothing's wrong.
well, let me tell you this.
But you know how sometimes
Be
that stuff eat up your ugh.
right. Well, here's the thing. This is the part of you using your voice and standing up for yourself. Because number one, you should never have to turn your back on anyone. That's first and foremost. Number two,
Mhm.
why are you interested in having a connection, a friendship, entertaining people who mean you no good? I will just tell you, for me
Right.
personally, I am no longer interested, and haven't been for a while, having connections and relationships with people who mean me no good or really have no intent of having honest connection. For what? It's a waste of
Right.
time.
Exactly.
It's a waste of
And
time.
that's what I be trying to tell my kids, it's just certain people I know I can't be around, because they mean me no good. I mean, they might seem like they do, but they don't.
Well, you can still be
And I don't,
nice. You can be nice and kind, but you don't have to
mhm.
get involved. And so I will tell
Right.
you to make sure you choose you. Choose you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So peace and love. I really enjoyed speaking with you. And yeah, have fun with those babies over there and your amazing son, Sleepy.
Yes, he is.
Oh, peace and
And they
love.
are too.
Yeah.
Peace and love to you too, Miss Blue. Thank you so much. And I will make a focus on that bushfire in Australia.
Yeah, just sit with it and see what comes up for you. And you'll get a sign or
Okay.
something will come up for you, but you'll see. But you took nothing but superpowers from that particular past life. But I do want you to do some research and go study the kangaroo as a spiritual animal, because you'll know how protective the kangaroo is over its children and what the kangaroo what message it brings to us as a spiritual totem. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that's what I brought up, kangaroo.
That's what I picked up from you. Yes. Study it. See how you feel about it.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. You'll be fine.
Okay.
You're going to be amazing. You're going to be wonderful with it. Take that class, because that class came up. I see many people here. Some of you are about to get this certificate that you've been working towards. You're about to finally finalize it. It's been a struggle for you. Some of you have been failing classes and you want to know if you can take it one more time. Yes, this is the time to get yourself in alignment for that. So peace and love. Hold the line. Yeah. How beautiful. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 7735. 7735, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Iowa.
Oh, greetings from Iowa. How's the weather?
I ain't been outside. It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as it's been,
Okay,
so that's
okay.
always nice.
All right. And who's on the line, please?
Jay, Brianna.
Okay. Greetings, Jay. You said Jay, Brianna?
Mhm.
Okay. Greetings, greetings. How can I help you?
I wanted a Akashic Records reading, but I also wanted to tell you that my sister ended up buying a car. I don't know if you remember me,
Help me
but
help me
one of my
remember. Help me remember.
Okay. I go by Artisan on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm. That
So last time I
that
spoke to you, I was in
yeah, I was
Chicago.
gonna say the name doesn't help. Tell me the situation, because
Oh,
honestly, I don't remember a lot of times. Spirit will just wipe things clear. So please, if you will share that with us.
yeah. So both of my sisters got into a car accident and totaled their vehicles, and then they just was carless, and I was the only one with a car. And after like what, like 5, 6 months, my little sister finally purchased the vehicle. So and it like went smoothly. Nothing was wrong with the
Okay, I
vehicle.
do remember. Now I remember. I remember. Somebody was pregnant, or was am I
Yeah,
thinking right?
yep. My older sister is pregnant. Yep.
Well,
So
beautiful. But to give you an Akashic record reading, unless it just comes up, and I'm going to tell you honestly, it didn't come up. You would have to reach out to me and get on the waiting list for that to get a reading from the Premier
okay.
Files. But speak to me about what's going on. I am drawing out your energy here, and Shorty got low energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just got back home from like having a break from like all the stress that was kind of here, and like I'm not really working, so like I feel like that's another reason why I'm kind of feeling low because I'm not bringing in any finances for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, last time we talked about me starting a routine, which
Mm-hmm.
has been a goal, and just like getting order back in my life from like all the chaos that kind of happened within since
Mm-hmm.
August to now. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. You have a pen and a piece of paper. I want to give you something.
I do.
Okay, write this date down. You ready?
Mhm.
It feels like, now, Miss Blue, full transparency, I suck with time because when I go in the spirit world, time doesn't exist. So I'm going to put the
Yeah.
disclaimer up front and let you know I suck with time. But I'm going to give you a time. But I suck with time. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what it feels like. March, I'm going to say around March the 7th through March the 31st. Somewhere in between there. That's what it feels like. This is when you're going to have your major breakthrough and you're going to find the work you want to do. It's literally, it's like someone's just going to kind of bring you an offer and drop it in your lap. And it's going to be every,
It's so crazy.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's so crazy you say that because like any job I've ever had kind of been like somebody told me to go apply here and that's how I got the job, and I was like, God, spirit, just send this person to me because
That's
I'm
right.
tired of applying places and then denying me saying that I'm not qualified and I'm overly qualified, and
Uh,
so it's crazy that
but
you
I'm
say somebody
telling you,
gonna bring me an offer.
yep, they're going to bring it to you and they're going to drop it like literally like sitting a baby. They're going to put it right in your lap. There is a request, though, that the Most High, the universe, God, is asking you for this time. And that request is that you've got to get your shit together. You've got to stop
Yeah, I know.
moping around. You got to stop froping around. You got to stop humbugging around. And you have to get your actions. And I'm not saying to go do a whole lot, but mentally, you've got to get your mind in a higher vibration. You have to.
Yeah.
And this is the time, and I'm just going to tell you because when shit start moving, it's going to be moving fast. Start going through them clothes you keep saying you're going to go through and get rid of and donate and And you gonna take them pants and you're gonna make them shorts and you're gonna take that jacket and you're gonna add some stuff. Do all of that, okay? Get that together. You're gonna need to go through and get rid of those things that you don't need no more. You're not even going to wear it. You only wear those clothes that's on the chair. You don't wear none of that. You got stuff in your closet you ain't seen in years. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Oh,
It's holding you back. It's holding you down. And oh my goodness, one of your spirit guides is a hairstylist. And she said, please talk to her about her hair. You got
I'm
to
bald right now, so
Well, you got to start taking better care of your scalp and your head. The solution is not
I have
just
been trying.
listen. No, we can't try no more. See, this is what Spirit is talking about. Your try days are over. It's over. Okay?
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Well,
Get
tell her to send me a stylist, a real
Listen,
one that's
you're going to be the stylist. But the solution is
okay.
not just to get rid of what we don't figure out. You done threw everything away and now you ready to throw yourself away. You can't just throw away things because you don't understand how they work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Number 3, I understand right now you're not working, but you do realize that your bank account is inside of you. And you have to
Yeah.
align because it's plenty people who get money and they're not working.
Yep.
So I need you to get your mind right. And I need you to start working on you. And this is a perfect time for you to start thinking about what you want your life to be. And then
I've been doing that.
I need you to be an active member of the household and the family you're in. Stop waiting for people to tell you what to do. And when something needs to get done, do it. Stop sitting in the cut, waiting on life to happen for you. Got it?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by active member in my current family? Like the family I have,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
like?
Yeah. Meaning, if you are somewhere or you go somewhere and you with your sister and you see the car needs to be cleaned out, clean it out. Dishes in the sink, even though you didn't put them there, clean the dishes. And you're not doing this for them, you're doing this for you. Because your energy, how can I say this? I need you to open up. Your energy is so beautiful, but you are in the position where you're becoming stagnant because all you want is for someone to give to you and you don't want to give anything. And the universe doesn't respond like that. The universe has one job, and it's to give you what
Mm-hmm.
you put out. And if you don't put shit out, you won't get nothing back. And you are developing an attitude and a mindset of poverty.
Yeah.
And you are too rich and too beautiful for that. So you have to make sure that you are about the life you want to live. And the only way you're going to get there is by being in that life right now. So if you were to say to yourself, if I had the job I wanted, if I had the relationship I wanted, if I had the house I wanted, if I had the body I wanted, if I had the clothes I want, whatever it is, How would I be responding in life right now? What would I be giving to the world right now? What would I accept and receive from life right now? And that's where your frequency has to be. And you have to get into self-love. But I got a trick for y'all. Because, see, I know some of y'all ain't buying that self-love. Y'all ain't buying that. But I got a trick for that. You know how when you're a little kid and you got to take medicine and your parents would disguise it sometimes for kids? They put it in juice or they put it in their food. I'm going to have to start doing that with y'all. With some of y'all. But you've got to get into loving yourself. And this has to be you have to do this for the rest of your life. And I know that's shocking to some of you. How dare Ms. Blue tell me that I have to love myself every day of my life for the rest of my... Yeah, you got to do it. Because when you fall madly in love with you, you're going to walk a little different. You're going to talk a little different. You're going to respond different. You're not going to be angry and upset all the time. You're not going to beat yourself up for hours. You ain't doing none of that. So I want you to work on that because you have some beautiful things, opportunities and things that are right in front of you. And I just need you to get a little higher so you can realize them, so you can trust yourself enough to know that you are exactly where you put yourself. And if you don't like it, you can get up and you can put yourself somewhere else. Period, Pooh. That's what I got.
Well, thank you, Miss Blue.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Peace and love to you. Make you a good play me list. Music is going to be so key. Use your voice. You know the tunes. You've been listening to me long enough. Tune yourself with your own voice by saying your name. Command yourself to raise your frequency.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. I know you can. You raised your energy just by me talking to you because you was leaking all over the place. I was trying to figure out where's all this shit coming from. Oh, you was leaking. It's like, where's all this stuff just pouring out? But they've all slowed down. Your heart chakra leak have slowed down. Your third eye leak slowed down. Your root chakra was just flooding up the place. You was like the flood waters in California, just leaking everywhere you go. Well, you're not leaking no more.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Make sure you call back and let us know. So peace and love to you. Remember those dates I gave you, but remember I suck with dates. But it feels like, I know what March feels like. And when I get into that energy, I feel like that's when things are just going to, they're just going to bust wide open for you.
Well,
But,
isn't March the new year or considered the new year because it's spring or whatever?
No, no, that doesn't have anything to do with, not with you. That's not how I read energy. Because if that's the case,
Yeah.
that would be, we all could go on a break and I can talk to y'all in March.
Yeah.
No.
No, I was just asking, because you're saying that, something's going to be a breakthrough. And, if it's the new year or whatever, people have their New Year's resolutions and they're, reborn or
Yeah, but
whatever.
you
But I know that
need to be reborn right now tonight.
Now, yeah, I know, Ms. Blue.
Don't try to push this shit on all of us. This is you doing this.
I'm not pushing it on all of us. I was just saying that I was asking because
Yes.
it's March, but okay.
March is not going to be the due date for everybody, but it is going to be your alignment. Yeah. All right. Peace and love. And give my love to your sisters as well.
I will.
All right. Hold the line. Oh, how beautiful. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 6823. Let me say that again. 6823. You're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
Hi.
Hi.
This is Jenna. I'm calling from Texas.
Hey, Jenna from Texas. What part of Texas are you calling from?
Fort Worth.
Ah, good old Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm better now that I got on the line. This is my first time calling in, and I didn't even think
Oh, welcome.
that.
We love it. We love first timers. We really do. We've had
Yeah, I
a
didn't even think I'd get a line on with you, but oh my God, this is meant to be. And it's on the full moon too.
Yes, absolutely. I am so here for it. How can I help you?
Well, first and foremost, when you told that girl, the last caller, that her bank account is inside her, I feel like that message was for me too, and that hit me. Like, I can't even explain it. So I feel like I really needed to hear that. And my first question is, I always wanted to know what my spirit animal is, or my spirit animals are, and just calling in for an energy read too.
Okay. Well, I'm taking a look at your energy, and your energy looks beautiful. It does. A
Thank you.
little bit, I can tell that perhaps um, I, hmm, I can tell perhaps that either you lost something. It doesn't look like a physical death, but either a friendship, relationships, a job, something. There was a break somewhere, because I see a little bit of that
Yeah,
around your heart chakra.
relationship.
Yeah, I see that, girl. I see it, girl. That was a big break too. That was a cacao. That was a yeah. Yeah.
It hit me pretty hard, and
Yeah.
it hit me unexpectedly too, like a runaway train.
Yeah, but guess what? It was so for the best. It really was. So for the
Gotcha.
best. And I can only tell you that by looking at the way the energy around your heart has separated in your energy field. So I'm reading it. And even though it
I
was,
think I needed to hear that. I'm sorry,
no, 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 go
because I was
ahead.
like back and forth on whether that person was going to come back or not, and
Well,
if that person comes back,
well,
would that
here's the
be
thing. People can come back into your life. I'm not saying that, but the way the relationship was, you can never have that again. That needs to go forever, because
okay?
it was just a lot of deceit.
Mm,
And whether knowingly or unknowingly, it was too one-sided. So that needs to go. That wasn't healthy, you know? That wasn't
thank you
healthy.
for telling me that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so let's talk about your spiritual animal, because I actually have a statue. It's one of my spirit animals. And by the way, most people that I've done readings for, and I've done thousands of them, you'll have the most I've seen is 12, 11, 12 spirit animals. Most of us get introduced to our spiritual totems when we're children. So usually when we're little kids, it's either in our first cartoon, or maybe a stuffed animal that we get, or a particular toy that we have. We will have it nowadays with these techno babies that are born in the information age. They will see their spirit animal when they are
Mm,
playing video games, and they will get introduced to them either through video games or some sort of game on the internet. Now, your spirit animal, which is one of my spiritual animals, and those who are in the divine priestesshood, you all may know this, because I have a pretty big statue of this. But your spiritual animal for you is the peacock.
Oh my gosh, I love peacocks. I mean, my favorite bird is actually a swan, but peacocks, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, so
I was always so fascinated with them.
yeah, so whenever this magnificent creature shows up, this
Mm.
peacock, this is really, really talking about lessons of self-love, of integrity, and also
Mhm.
the importance of doing self-reflection and facing your challenges and having the courage and the confidence to recognize where your strengths are. That's what the peacock's feathers are all about. And also to recognize where your weakness is. Yeah. So
Okay.
when the
Mhm.
peacock sort of struts into your life, they are coming to symbolize rebirth, to be born again, and this is sort of what you're doing is you're really balancing out how you can build a strong foundation that's based on being authentic and being true and also maintaining confidence and being self-loving and not allowing yourself. See, the peacock reminds us not to be too arrogant or vain or unapproachable, but to be balanced in our confidence, in our humility. That's what the peacock comes for. So this
Yeah,
is,
confident.
mm-hmm,
That's the key word for
yeah,
that I need to
yeah.
confident.
So, I don't know you're in Texas, so you know how they have Crackle Barrel. I don't really go to the Crackle
Mm.
Barrel to eat, but I love their store. Every Crackle Barrel restaurant, when you go in, they have a store. Well, I actually got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
globe peacock from there. So the base of the peacock lights up and it spins around and it has all these sparkles in it. And then the top part is a lamp, and I have that little peacock. I love it. I've had it for many, many years. My kids brought it for me one year around my birthday time. But get you a peacock because this is your spiritual animal that is showing up for you at this particular time. And read across cultures because you're going to see how this is so on time for everything that you're dealing about in your life. Because this peacock, this is for balance. It's about the foundation. It's about self-love, but it's also about, be confident but not arrogant. Be
Mhm.
self-loving but not vain. You know, but it's about keeping that balance and also about rebirth. When the peacock shows up, this is about it's time to reinvent, it's time for you to have that rebirth. So that is your spirit animal, the peacock.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
And keep doing all the work you're doing. I want you to make sure that before you go to sleep tonight, you take your hand and place it over your heart and visualize a gate on your heart. And then I want you to visualize yourself opening that gate. And I want you to visualize sending love out to everyone that you can think of. You can send it out to the planet. You can send it out to your loved ones, but send love out. And then wait a few minutes and visualize love coming back to you. And this is going to help you with that leak that you have in your heart chakra. Also, when you get in the shower, I want you to definitely, just think of very loving thoughts, make you a nice playlist, turn around and let the water hit you in the back, on your back, because our heart chakra is the largest energy center on the human body. And it takes up the whole chest cavity, all the way down to your hands, your arms, your fingers, your shoulders, front and back. It's the largest receiving and sending portal. And I want you to visualize light coming into your back. In fact, visualize red light, like electric red light, just coming in, like healing light coming into the back of your heart chakra. And this is going to help you to balance out, even though you're doing an amazing job with this breakup, this separation. But times can get a little rocky here with this energy we have, especially with this Cancer full moon. Because anytime we talk about the moon, we're talking about your moods, and you are highly connected to the flow of the moon cycles with your emotions. And this is just going to help that energy so you can really be thankful for the time you had together, thankful for all the powerful lessons and what you've learned, but you can choose yourself and you can begin to heal and move forward even more.
Gotcha. One more question. I think about my grandma Elizabeth, whom I've never met before. She's on my mind. Like when it comes to my ancestors. I was wondering if she would have a message for me.
Yes.
By any means.
Yeah. I see several
Or some
ancestors.
advice.
I have several ancestors standing around you. But I will tell you this, I see a woman and she's standing next to a Greyhound bus with luggage. So she's letting me know that you are planning on taking a trip sometime this year. And she is just excited to be with you on your journey. And she loves you.
Okay.
Because she loves to travel and see new things. She said she don't care, even if it's just going in a store she's never been. But she's standing next to a Greyhound bus, which it looks like a Greyhound bus. It's a bus where people get on and she has luggage. So that also can indicate that maybe where she lived is different where you lived, or she traveled, or something happened. She was in another state, but she's coming forth, and yes, she is around you all the time. In fact, she says you remind her a lot of herself when she was younger.
That's dope.
Yep.
Thank you for that message.
You're so welcome. And you may want to talk to family members and just ask, say, what is up with Aunt Elizabeth and traveling stories? Did she ever travel by bus? And I'm sure you're going to hear some very fascinating stories about that.
I'll definitely look into that.
All right. Well, peace and love. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Peace and love.
Oh,
Thanks, bye.
how beautiful, how beautiful. Okay, beautiful people. We at 3 hours, but I'm going to take a couple of more calls. I ain't going to do y'all like that. Let me go to the next caller, but y'all ain't going to keep me up here for no 12, 13 hours. We going to get it in, and well, we have been getting it in, but we going to keep going. Let's go to 4405. 4405, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi.
Hi.
Ms.Blue, Miss Ashley from Cleveland. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Ashley from Cleveland. How's the weather in Cleveland?
It was a doozy today. I got out of my car and got right back in. So
Not got in the car and got right back.
I was not having it. I'm like, I don't want to do this today. I was going to go to the library, get my books, and then I did accomplish that, but I didn't like none of that walk.
Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, I'm glad that you're safe, and I'm glad that you're calling in. How can I help you?
I'm calling because lately, I'm going to say about, August maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I've been feeling really fatigued and I haven't been able to like eat or digest meat, and my body is just going through something that, I do pretty good like talking to my spirit and spirit guides about what's going on, but I'm just not sure. I just feel like a stasis, and I'm just like, I feel like this big rest, and I keep hearing a redirection, but I'm kind of afraid to ask where it's going, because the guidance I received, I felt not ashamed about, but it felt like, are you serious? For real? Like, that's what I'm supposed to do? So
And what are you
I
hearing?
need help. It's, I guess the work that I'm supposed to do is supposed to be more like adult oriented. I'll say that much. And I'm just like,
It's
is
what
that
now?
what I really, is that what's
Tell
meant
me
for me?
again. Is it, I didn't hear what you said.
I say it's more like adult oriented, like getting more into like modeling, or like putting myself out there on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. Just starting those things. And I'm like, is this something I really wanted to do, or am I tripping, or,
Are you
and all
saying
this stuff.
maybe because what you're saying and energetically what I'm picking up is two different things? So Miss Blue, this is Miss Blue. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I just want to make sure that I'm hearing you clear. You said it's adult as in grown adult.
It was breaking up. What'd you say?
I said, what did you say it was? You said what you're supposed to be doing is what?
Like more adult work, like going into like selling like adult content, like, I would just say, for lack of a better word, like OnlyFans, stuff like that. And when I got the information, I was really confused about it. I'm like, is that what I'm supposed to do? And I'm not 100% sure. And then I was going through all these changes with my body, so I'm just like, I guess I am so much confused. I just want clarity of what's happening in my life at this time.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that's what I was hearing, because you kind of made it seem like, oh, go on Instagram and TikTok and I'm just going to be doing adult. And I'm like, no, no, no. I'm not picking up that. I kind of see you hanging from the chandelier. And no shade to anyone who chooses to do that. That is their calling. But you're absolutely right. No, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. But let me tell you what is happening. For such a long time, you have denied yourself the right to have pleasure and to feel good in your body. And you have watched other people, other women, be able to use their sexuality to manipulate their life. And you've kind of romanticized this a lot. And so what's happening now, because you're not getting answers that you want of what is next for you. And so your mind is attempting to give you a chance and say, do it, do it, do it. But in your heart of hearts, even though it sounds good, that ain't what you really want to do. And so what I will tell you is that's not what you want to do. But what your higher self is calling you to do, from what I'm picking up, is you have to find a way to be comfortable with who you are, your sensuality, your femininity, and your sexuality that has been suppressed for most of your life until you were about 17 or 18. And even then, it was Operation Gone Wrong. And so what's happening is it's asking you to learn more about you, the sensual side of you, the sexual side of you, which is nothing wrong with that. But on the flip side, you're thinking, I need money. So I don't want to be like Brandy sitting up in my room. I need to do this and make money. So here's what I'm going to tell you is that you get to do whatever feels right for you. But I know that this isn't it. Because if it was, you'd be on here telling us about your OnlyFans. But this isn't it.
Right.
This isn't it. But it is telling you. So maybe a good thing to do is to take a class in yoga. Something you can do, like maybe find a class on YouTube because you're just exploring. And then take a class in Pilates. Because these are two movements when it comes to anybody, but definitely the feminine body that allows you to get in touch with yourself. Do some breathing exercise because what's getting activated inside of you is Kundalini energy. And this Kundalini energy is trying to rise inside of you. But because of where your mindset is, it's only coming out as sexual energy. No shade to sexual energy, but I've seen people mistaking a rise in Kundalini for sexual energy, and they get to take on this facade and they start acting out, and you can always tell when it's been suppressed. And I think it's good to get it out, but you want to do it in a place that feels safe, that feels sacred. Even if you can find somewhere locally that maybe teach pole dancing classes, not for you to put it out on public display. See, because that sexual energy, when that Kundalini is rising in you and you take it on as all sexual, you're going to want to exploit yourself for the world. Again, I don't want anybody to misunderstand what I'm saying because I'm talking to you and what I'm reading in you. And we've seen this. I'm going to tell you someone that you can follow their journey and you can see where this energy has been exploited in them because it's been suppressed for such a long time. This is why we have to become a culture that embraces all of who we are. And that is Chloe. You know the singer Chloe? And how she's doing all of these things. And everybody's like, why is she being so sick? Because this energy's been so suppressed inside of her. And she's catching so much backlash because they're like, you're talented, you're beautiful, you can sing. Why are you exploiting yourself in this way? And sad but true, another person that this has been suppressed in is Megan Thee Stallion. You can see it play out. But then there are other people that it hasn't been suppressed in, and they are doing it. The singer, the dancer, Nomami, you know, the one that sings Let Me Be Your Motivation. I can't, Nolami or what, Manami, however she says her name. It's not being suppressed in her, but she's very sensual and sexual in how she presents herself. So I tell you this because sometimes there are people who don't have people around them that can explain what is happening. And if you're feeling comfortable to use this as sexual energy, then by all means do it. But if you look at that person and you see that this sexual energy has gotten them to a pivotal point in their lives, and I'm only using quote unquote these individuals because these are people we can see at afar. But then they're so sad and depressed and their lives has this heaviness over it, then you know it is not feeding their consciousness or their heart. Because trust me, I got friends, and the ones who are happy expressing their sexuality the way they are, they don't have those issues. Because that's truly who they are. And like I said, it's something we all need to harness, nurture, and have a very intimate and loving conversation. But see, we have this internet, and we got to understand that just like we're here on the remix, this is a portal. And when you get into these portals, it's like coming to planet Earth. You are agreeing to some terms. You're signing some commitments. And when you start putting yourself out into the world like this, and you don't feel good about it, that's a recipe for disaster. And there are some sexual energy sciences and practices you can study, such as tantric. But I caution you on that. And let me tell you why I say that. Because there's so many people who are corrupted in their own understanding of these sacred arts that they're using it as tools of manipulation. And you would quite frankly be better off getting a OnlyFans than joining some of these groups where people are manipulating and using people's sexual energy and taking advantage, especially of young women and even old women. So don't confuse your spiritual awakening to only being sex energy. Sex energy is powerful. It's healing. It's enlightening. It's transforming. But it's also energy that can be used to elevate you, to raise your consciousness, to heal your body, to heal your community, to heal your world, to innovate your life, to create, to manifest. You can use it for that. You can use it for that as well. So I'm glad that you questioned that. See, because this shows how powerfully in tune you are with yourself, even though you think you're not. Because even though this thought came from you, you still questioned it, which means you are listening to your intuition. And see, there are some people who will tell you to only do what feels good. And we can no longer live a life by doing just what feels good. You got to make it make sense. We have a intellect and we have a intuition and then we have a superconscious. And they must all work together as a trinity. So take your time. Explore your body. Explore this part of you that's calling you. But keep this very sacred. Not secret, but sacred. I gotta say that because those two words are so close together. And they're some of the most manipulative words that is used in the conscious community. And somehow we think sacred means secret. And they're not the same thing. So explore that. But you're right. I agree with you 1000%. It is not telling you to go get an OnlyFans. And like I said, no shade to people who have an OnlyFans, because there are some very healthy men and women who are on OnlyFans and they know that this is their calling. They're not questioning it. They're not pondering it. They're not afraid of it. They're very clear. And what you don't have is exactly what you said. You don't have the clarity, which is an indication to slow down. Slow down. Don't be in such a rush. What's happening is you're going through a DNA upgrade. And so your body is adjusting itself, your DNA, your cells, down to a subatomical level. And it's telling you, for now, let's stop eating meat. We want to transition into a healthier diet for ourselves. Do that. But I also see, and I cannot let you go without telling you this. And while we're speaking, by the way, if you feel anything, I'm trying to clean out your crown chakra and your third eye. Please, please stop romanticizing other people's lives. Because what you see, seeing is not always believing. And some of these individuals who appear to be living a fabulous life have these bodies that are unattainable, that they have basically sacrificed themselves for, or have putting themselves in harm's way, or only having their body to be pleasure toys for men and women and other people in this world. Are not mentally stable. It's almost as bad as being addicted to drugs. And we talk about the drug addiction in the world that is running rampant. But no one wants to talk about this sex addiction we have that is running rampant, that is causing mental illness, that is costing people their lives, that is breaking up families, that is destroying schools, neighborhoods, workplaces, and communities due to people chasing sex addiction. So take your time. Love yourself. Touch yourself. It's your body. You have a right to explore it. But keep it sacred for yourself. And do not allow no man, no woman to tell you that your body is supposed to be someone else's pleasure toy when you're questioning it, because you're right on track. So that's what I got to say to that.
Thank you. The thing that came up was shame. It's been coming up for me so much lately. Shame. And I've been going through dealing with shame for my body, shame for, you know, never feeling like, or just feeling like I was the issue, like I am wrong. Like,
Right.
just because my existence, like my whole existence is very flawed and I am the reason for everything happening. And dealing with that shame lately is...
Yeah. So the cure for that, my dear, is self-love. Self-love and get you a hula hoop so you can open up your solar plex chakra. I'm going to tell you some work that you can study, and I'm sure you're very familiar with Queen Afua's work. Because this issue, I don't want to send anybody, not at this time, down that tantric road. That's a slippery ass slope. You need more self-love and womb healing. And I'm going to tell you who is my teacher and has been my teacher in this particular area is Queen Afua's work. And I will tell you that you have to get into loving yourself and understanding what energy feels like to run through your body, because you're having a Kundalini awakening and you're just not used to energy running through your body. You don't know what that feels like. So the moment we feel a tingling sensation, we think it's something sexual. So even talking to me or talking to anyone with knowledge, you may feel this energy rising up and it can cause confusion. Like, am I having a sexual attraction to this person? What's going on? No, that's your energy. It's the same energy. But energy is supposed to make our bodies feel electrified. But we don't have to only use it for sex. We can use it for so many other things, for manifesting. We can use it for healing. We can use it to raise our consciousness. We can use it in so many beautiful ways. You need this sexual energy because it's all the same energy. It's just the lowest vibration of this energy is sex. But you can transmute this energy and use it to elevate your life, to manifest the life that you want, to heal yourself of these traumas and past feelings that you had about your body, your sexuality, or even I can see from the moment you've been conceived, these issues you got with your mama and your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're dealing with so many abandonment issues. And this full moon is bringing these emotions up more and more, but it's bringing you up so you can do what you did right now. Trust yourself to say, let me get some confirmation here. Because that's what a reading should be. Someone should be giving you confirmation, or at least sparking your curiosity enough that you know this sounds like it could be right, but let me sit with it for a little bit. But you're highly intuitive. You really are a healer. But you've just been at the prey of some men who have manipulated you and used you and then have tossed you away. And you've been holding all of this inside of you until now. And it just wants to be released. So I'll give you this last assignment, and that is I want you to write yourself a love letter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to read that. I want you to read that love letter every single day for all of 2023. And every time you think about anything that is not serving you, I want you to pause and say, you do know I love you. You do know how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how intelligent you are, how sexual you are, how sensual you are, how attractive you are. See, it's nothing wrong with understanding these things about yourself. But wanting someone else to give it to us and think somehow that's going to heal you because some man or some person is gawking over your body, that's not going to heal you. In the end, it will only damage you more when you find out that's all they want you for. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you go. I know that was a lot, but I know you needed to hear it. And I would also recommend that you get a ruby crystal. Get you a raw one small enough that you can put it in your belly button. And I want you to enjoy your pleasures. See how your body can amaze you.
And with the Kundalini, is that's what's making me feel so tired all the time. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like I can't move. I should
That's
just go
okay.
outside for a couple hours
It's going
and
to
then come back home,
pass.
and I'm just
It's going to
tired.
pass. But I also see that you're missing some minerals. You've had a very mental last couple of months where your mind has just been running rampant. So I would recommend you do some grounding things. Really make sure that you're getting some good vitamins, some good supplements in your system. And you kind of power down. Power down. Stay off social media so much. Stay away from those things. Take time, whether you pray, meditate, Do that and allow your body to rest because you've been through some pretty traumatic things over the last couple of years. But don't worry, things will pick back up and you'll get your energy back. But you cannot starve yourself into a plastic body. It just doesn't work that way.
Okay.
All right?
Well, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And make sure you come back and let us know how things are going with you. So peace and love.
Thank you.
All right, hold the line. Oh, how good is that? Collective meditation, quantum psychic readings. I think we did that. Are we ready for a spirit quest? We need to get that in here because let me look at how long I've been up here. Oh, y'all got me messed up. We getting ready to do a spirit quest. Are we ready for the spirit quest? Are we ready for the spirit quest? Are we ready for that? Are we ready to do the meditation, the group meditation, and the spirit quest? Yes, Lola Falana, the honesty from the caller. That is like so powerful. You know, it's one thing that we don't listen to nobody else in our lives, but when you get to the point where you begin to question yourself, that's a good thing, especially when you know it doesn't feel quite right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to get ready to do this spirit quest, everyone. And for those of you who are new and you've never done a spirit quest before, let me kind of explain what it is. A spirit quest is a meditation, a visualization sprinkled with a whole bunch of magic and energy and, you know, fifth dimension and seventh dimension vibes combined together. It's something my spirit guides taught me to do many years ago. And so I've been using it, and it's one of my favorite things to do, to shift energy, to time travel, to go to different dimensions, portals, to go into the future, to go to the past, to heal, to elevate, and all that good stuff. I actually was thinking we could do two, but we'll see how this first one goes and see how everybody's feeling, you know, what's really going on, and we'll kind of take it from there. So, let's get ready. The first thing I want you to do is to sit up nice and straight with your feet planted on the ground. You can place your hands in your laps. You can do palms up, palms down. It's up to you. Now, normally, you guys have gone a whole decade with me saying that you can keep your eyes open. You can keep your eyes open, but on this one, I'm going to ask that you close your eyes so we can really send a message to our higher self and our heart that we want to go within. We're in a 7 universal year. This is about going within. It is the lightning rod. It is pulling this inner work and coming within for activation and elevation. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. I also want to remind you at this time, if you're here and you have not subscribed to the channel, like, listen, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you playing with it, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do that. And make sure you hit that notification bell, because if you hit the notification bell, anytime Planet Remix goes live, guess what? You'll get a notification. But I'll tell you even more. You can follow us on social media. All the details are dropped down below. And I also want to request the more comments you guys put underneath the show, what it does is it tells YouTube, it tells the collective where we are, good information is here, and that they need to put us out so more people can connect and come together. So we want to keep this whole thing going, and thank you for the congratulations, but it is a thank us, and I definitely thank you all. So let's get ready. Feet planted flat on the ground. Go ahead and start by exhaling. And then just breathing. I want you to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, I want you to roll your eyes up like you're looking into the night sky and hold your eyes looking upward with your eyes closed. And just relax. Now, while you're in this relaxed position, I want you to take your arms, if possible, and hold them out by your side. I want you to wiggle your fingers. And also, as you're wiggling your fingers, I want this to be a reminder of that's how close the spirit world is to you. Your ancestors, your loved ones, your spirit guides. And as you're wiggling your fingers, you are sending frequencies and vibration in through all of your fingers. So even get the thumbs and wiggle them. And you're sending energy into your heart chakra. It is the place where the physical and the spiritual world both meet. Upper Egypt and the underworld. Now take your hands and place them back in your lap and let us begin. All you have to do is follow along with my voice. At any time, if anything tells you to do anything different, you are certainly free to do that as well. So let us begin. So let's get started. We're going to do a spirit quest. We're talking about the Milky Way, and we're going to be focusing on vibration. And so before we start to get into vibration, the first thing I want us to do is to raise our vibration. So we're going to do a little spirit quest here. And I want you guys to just sit nice and comfortable. Keep your feet planted flat on the floor, on the ground. And then just resting your hands in your lap will be fine, even above your knees, palms down. Back and spine nice and straight, so energy, when it begins to shoot through the body, it can come in a nice, sharp way. And we can get all of that frequency and all of that vibration inside of you moving and flowing and raising it. So you can also relax your eyes. Just keep your eyes closed. This spirit class that we'll be doing is going to focus on how to raise your vibration, how to raise your frequency. So here we go. I want you to just take a nice deep breath in. Yes, just like that. And let it out nice and slow. That's it, right there. And now I want you to just breathe normal. Just allow yourself to feel the energy as it begins to move through your body. And this time, I want you to take a deep breath in. But as you're taking this breath in, I want you to begin to take it in through your nose. That's it. Nice and slow. Let it come all the way in and fill up all the way down. Filling up your whole lungs, your stomach. You can feel it. Hold it. Hold it right there. And now, gently tilt your head back and open your mouth and push it out slow. Woo! Did you feel that? Just breathe normal now. You can feel that life force energy raising up your vibration. See, when sound, light, and heat comes together and they begin to mix with your physical body, it begins to raise the frequency and vibration and energy. So this time, we're going to do something a little different. I want you to imagine this beautiful, bright, green electric light swirling itself all the way from the top of your crown chakra all the way into your head, swirling around. And everywhere it completes a rotation, you see the spark of light that's raising your frequency. And as it begins to spiral itself all the way down, the lower it goes, the higher your frequency, the higher you can feel your energy being lifted. Lifted so high, it's almost like you're about to levitate right out of your seats where you're sitting, right there. So that's it. The electric green light, this emerald light, it's leaving a glow all around your body. You can see it as it continues to spiral all the way down. And so now, as it reaches your heart chakra, you can feel it as the energy begins to harness itself together and charge itself up. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. That's it, that's it, that's it. Hold it, hold it. Now, you're going to push it out. Push it out of your mouth, nice and slow. That's it. You can feel your heart chakra as it begins to illuminate itself and lighten and open up very wide. This green light is still spinning. So here's what I want you to do as it begins to come all the way down to your solar plex, your sacral chakra, down to your root chakra, and now it's coming down through your hips. That's it. You can see the light, one going down your left leg, and the other electric green light going down your right leg. And as it continues to spiral and go down, 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 you can feel your energy lifting you up. Now it's coming down your legs. And as it gets ready to make its way to the soles of your feet, and just when it's about to get at the sole of your feet, hold it. Hold the light right there. Let it charge itself up to get very bright. It's so bright you can see this green emerald light shining all throughout everything around you. I want you to take another deep breath in And this time, when you take your deep breath in, I want you to push it all the way down, down to the soles of your feet. So here we go. Take that deep breath. There you go. Take it in. Excellent. Breathe it in and push it down. Push it all the way down, down to the soles of your feet. And so now, as you get ready to release that breath, you're going to release out of your mouth, and that green emerald light is going to shoot all the way down into the earth. That's it. Let it out. Excellent. Excellent. So just relax. That's it. You may find that you want to move your neck, or you may want to move your arms, or even your fingers or your toes. I want you to just relax, and I want you to begin. You're going to drop down just below your heart in that space right there. Suspended in time, you're going to float. And this space, this is where you harnessed all of your energy. And you can raise your vibration as high as you want. Hold the energy right there in the center of your body. And so now, I want you to stretch your arms out, straight out. That's it. Wiggle your fingers. Hold your head back. Take your tongue and place it on the roof of your mouth. And just breathe. Yes. Breathe. This is raising your frequency, raising your vibration, sending it out into the universe, into the cosmos, looking for its likeness, looking for a match in this vibration, calling it back to you like a boomerang. You can feel as much energy as you put out, it's coming back to you. Now, take your hands, place them gently back on your legs. Sit up straight, take your tongue down, close your mouth, and relax. Woo! You have just raised your frequency. Yeah, that's it. Feel it. Feel the vibration. Feel the energy. It's there. All right. Ooh, welcome back, everyone. It looks like we had too much frequency in the atmosphere. And I know that you guys on the phone lines was not able to participate, but I'm sure you caught them vibes. You caught them cosmic waves. So we'll have to do something else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'll figure it out. We'll do something else. Just stay with me. But for those of you who did get a chance to do it, I know in the Blue Room you guys could hear, but there was a lot of energy flowing through. And let me tell you, I could see all kinds of things sparking off. But if you didn't get a chance, I know some of you who've been riding with me for a long time, you know how to stay in the vibe and in the vibe, and you could ride these waves. But I know it could be a little tricky too. So what I will tell you guys is this. Go to our Instagram page, which is the remix_radio. Sign up for the newsletter. There is a red light therapy spirit class, and it will show you how to move energy through your body. It's a free gift from Planet Remix for connecting with us through the newsletter. And I just want to let y'all know we're going to be making some changes there. So get it while you can and download that, because I am going to be shifting some things around so you won't have access to the red light Spirit Quest. But that's a great way. If this was your first time and you're like, that was cool, but I don't know if I could stay in the moment. And thank you for everybody who's saying that was amazing and you were able to do it. So thank you for that. And for the rest of you, you can get that red light. I did that, gosh, I don't know, 2013, 2014, 2012, the red light, but it is so needed in this time, with all of this energy on the planet and the healing energy and how it's connected to your cells and your DNA. So I want you all to do that. Now, also, I want to say this. We're going to be doing the book club. I already put out the details for the book club, and we will be getting the next steps soon, but you still have time. Go back and download, listen to the show so that you can understand what we're talking about. We're going to be reading the book called The Deep, by Rivers Solomon. And we're doing the first 3 chapters. And I also put the download available so that you can click the link and download the outline for the book club. And I'm so excited for that, but more details coming. Yes, I am trying to wrap this thing up. We've been on here almost 4 hours. And I know this is closer to the time that we normally do the remix, but I thought I was doing something tonight, which I did. We did. And we started actually a lot earlier. But I wanted to come on and just to connect with you guys. And I'm so glad that we were able to. I know, Nicole, I am so glad that we were able to come on and connect and just kind of have our moment with coming into 2023, this Cancer full moon energy, really just getting ourselves aligned and connected. Look at 999. We're in this reset energy. We're just in this energy. And I love it so much for all of us. I am grateful for you. I am thankful for you. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. I love you. You are seen. You are seen. And I am so truly honored that we can continue to do this work of growing up on planet Earth. And so I love you all. I love each and every single one of you. And I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you magic. I wish you love and all of those good things on this journey we have here together. It's so much more that we're going to be doing together this year. Yeah. Yeah. Listening on Audible counts. And by the way, wherever you're listening at, please make sure you show some you show some very, very digital love. Leave a comment. And I would love for you guys to come back, because that's what's really just pushed this algorithm and pushed us on up with new subscribers. I want to say within the last week or so, we've gotten so many new subscribers to listen. Is to come back and really leave a high vibrational message of either your takeaway, something you want to share about the show, whether it was a caller, it was some insight or something you had. I love emojis. You guys know I am a emoji girl. I love it. But let's leave some high frequencies. Let's leave some real, some real quantum energy. And let's leave some words. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you felt about the show. And to leave those reflections in the comment section after the show. Yes, the hearts are good. Yes, all of that is good. But I want to hear from you. I want you all to do that. So you want to know. By the way, Tanya, I believe it was, someone left a super chat donation. And I just want to say thank you because all super chat donations on Planet Remix really just helps to keep the platform and everything going for the work that we do. And it's definitely so appreciated. And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for it. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. It's not really what I want to do. I really just would sit here with you guys all night and keep doing readings. And by the way, I see it is so many of you who are on the phone lines that I didn't get a chance to get to, but have no fear. Make sure you are subscribed wherever we are, iTunes, YouTube, on your television, in your car, iHeart Radio, wherever you are, subscribe, 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 so you can get the notification when we're going live. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here. Peace and love to you all. I love you, soul family. Have an amazing, wonderful 2023 and full moon and Cancer. Take advantage. Love it. Love yourself. Hey, 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 yeah. Oh, and be careful in these cosmic streets. Be careful in these cosmic streets. There is only one Planet Remix page. And if you're following, if you're commenting, then you're going to know. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself. And if one of those fake pages or someone reaches out to you, block, report, do what you need to do. All right. Oh, yeah. I am really feeling this beat. I'm feeling this beat. I said I was going to try it out, but I'm thinking this is going to be our new jam. Hey, let me know what you think. Peace and love, soul family. Oh, peace and love, soul family. Oh, that part. That part. Oh yeah, that part right there, Planet Remix. Where the magic makers are. Where my magic makers? Planet Remix. Hands down, best place in the galaxy. I'm convinced. Oh, hey, hey, hey. It just does something to me. I love it. Especially in the morning when I'm working out. I've been using this as my workout song.